The end sounds so final. Welcome to Sam Roberts Show. We're still starting. The beginning of the song sounded so, like, welcoming. Like, oh, let's feel good in the motherfucker. And, you know, we're starting, and it's an introduction. But then the song ends with a conclusion. And it makes me feel like things are ending. But things are only just beginning. Welcome to Sam Roberts Show. That was Mystical and Mark Ronson. Mystical of Shake Your Ass fame. I thought we should play that because I feel good in this motherfucker, and I want you to as well. And I was also thinking, you know, it's been far too long since I was on the airwaves. Almost, get this, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's been like over 5 hours since I last was on the air here on Opie Radio. So I figure today of all days, it's necessary to have a spectacular Sam Roberts Show. And what a spectacular Sam Roberts Show it's going to be. Nicole Ryan is going to be here momentarily. Mike Cannon, I always almost say Nick Cannon. Mike Cannon, very, very funny comic that's been here many times before. Mike Cannon is going to be here. He was on, I want to talk to him about this. He was on the Nightly Show last night. And, you know, they do that panel on Larry Wilmore's Nightly Show on Comedy Central where they get comics or whoever to come in. They do the panel. They keep it 100 and they just talk about whatever it is the show's talking about that day. Last night, Mike Cannon was on the panel. And the topic was conspiracy theories about aliens, and his co-panelist was Neil deGrasse Tyson. How is that fair? If I was a comic, I'd be going in there going like, okay, I have to discuss, you know, conspiracy theories with another goofy comic. We have to come up with our theories about aliens. No. We got a physicist, an actual physicist to come in here and talk about science theories. Well, great. I'll be contributing nothing of value then. Mike Cannon still pulled it off, though, and Mike Cannon will be here later on today. Also, a musician named Anya Marina will be here. I don't know anything about this lady, but Roland says she's very, very good, and she has a podcast with Nikki Glazer, so she will be here. A lot to talk about today, so call in right now, 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969 to be a part of the live extravaganza known as Sam Roberts Show. Let's go to John in California. John, welcome. Hang on, I got you, buddy. That was my phone. Start over, John.
Okay. It's a great primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm glad I had you start over. That's right.
You know, hey, it was an awesome morning to turn on the radio to hear the Joe Rogan experience with Sam Roberts.
Yeah, I didn't know how it was going to go. I just figured I'd come into the studio, I'd run the board, I'd see where I would get in where I fit in, as it were. And, I mean, I ended up having a blast with Joe Rogan and Ari Shaffir and Tony Hinchcliffe all this morning. It was great. I love those guys.
Like a glove right in there.
Well, gosh. Well, thank you.
Hey, Sam, can I bring to your attention something I saw on the web there today?
Yeah, I go on the internet, so I know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a man in Germany, a German man, who has a 10-pound cock.
Hey, how do you get that?
Look into that.
10 pounds?
Silicone ejected. 10 pounds. Silicone ejected.
Why would you want to... I mean, I know women like length and women like girth, but why would you want... Nicole Ryan just showed up, and you showed up at the right time. Have you ever been with a man and thought his penis was too light in terms of weight?
I would never have described it as too light. Maybe too skinny. I've had something too skinny.
But like in terms of weight?
That's not... No, I don't think so.
Like in a sense of gaining weight?
No.
Says
no.
John in California.
Well, can I ask a question to Nicole there?
Yeah, John.
I guess the real question we got to ask Nicole is, has she ever snorted coke off a man's cock?
Oh dear.
Well, geez, she just got here,
dear.
John. It's about. I'm not gonna. Please, Nicole, don't acknowledge that. It's about. I will get that answer from her today.
Well,
but it's about easing her in, John. It's making her feel comfortable, and then she says horribly inappropriate things. Welcome, Nicole.
Oh, thank you.
John
I feel so welcome.
Was just saying. Apparently, there's some guy on the internet.
Yeah.
Who's German and got silicone injected into his penis, and it now weighs 10 pounds.
Whoa. That's like as idiotic as someone who uses a filler like cement. You know, people who like mess their.
I was watching that on E.
Yes.
The plastic surgery malfunctions.
I'm so proud of you. It's actually called Botched.
Whatever it is, yeah. This woman, I watched that.
I'm proud of you.
The Botch show. I watch a lot of bad TV.
I know it is bad, but so good.
This woman goes in and. She was one of the... I felt bad for her because she got tricked into getting plastic surgery from one of these quack doctors. It's not even, I don't even think this guy was a real doctor. He ended up going up on charges and everything because he was injecting women with cement-based stuff. Like he'd go and say, no, we'll make your cheeks look fuller. We'll make your lips look fuller. But it was like bike cement or something like that.
Yeah.
And so he was injecting this woman, and she had this horrible, puffy, lumpy face.
Oh, it's awful.
And she goes to the doctor saying, Doc, I know we're on E! Entertainment Television.
Yeah.
You're the doctor. You're going to be able to fix me. And the doctor says this. Well, the good news here is that everything's safe. That it's not, your body's not rejecting it. It's not, and if you look at it, my body was rejecting it. So you would think that the body would be. It was a terribly unattractive sight. But the doctor says, so your body's not rejecting it. It's healthy. Everything's okay. The bad news is, if we try to correct it, we're just going to fuck it up more. So we're going to leave you like that.
Oh, it was one of those.
Yeah.
I know those are very upsetting episodes. You feel so terrible for the person, but they're the morons that decided to allow someone random to just squirt whatever they wanted into their body.
Exactly. And it left you thinking, and the woman tried to put on a happy face. She couldn't because her face was full of cement.
Of course not.
But she tried to get to a happy mentality. And at the end of the show, she was still, I don't understand how a person can be optimistic after realizing that their face is literally full of cement, and the doctor, the best doctor you're going to get, says, we're just going to leave it like that. That's the best thing to do. I would say, oh, I've got a better idea. Just cut the whole thing off. Neck up. Just get rid of all of it because I'm done. I'm
sure that her face probably weighed a lot after having cement injected into it, just like that man's penis. I'm sure
halfway through the interview, she face first into the desk.
Right?
Just splat.
Couldn't hold it up anymore.
No, just very strong neck now. But she said that she was really happy because the doctors told her that if she ever needs anything, they're just a phone call away. So she said having access to those doctors is a reward in and of itself.
I mean, doctors who tell me that they can't help me? Not really.
Like the doctors who are, you can call me anytime you want. My advice, leave the cement all in your face and lips.
My favorite part about those doctors is that they're actually, both of them are the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills husbands, and one's an ex-husband.
So if anybody knows about a ridiculous plastic surgery, it'd be those doctors.
1,000,000%.
They're sitting there looking at their wives like, okay, you know what we could do? We could mess with this and mess with that. Oh boy, there's nothing we can do here.
No.
This is, they were like David Hasselhoff in a Wendy's hamburger. They just looked at her face and went, this is a mess.
I haven't seen that in so long.
It is a great show, though. I love that botch show.
Amazing. And some of the things that you find out that people are like, they go to some weird foreign country and just find someone off the street that's like willing because it's cheaper. Oh, they said they do it for $100. Well, you wonder what you're getting for $100.
It's so strange when anybody does plastic surgery or tattoos or anything like that on any type of discount. Whenever anybody tells me before they show me a tattoo or something they got done plastic surgery wise, whenever cost even comes into it, I go, oh boy, you made a huge mistake. What you want to know is I had to pay a ton of money for this.
Right. Yes.
And it's like, okay, you did the right thing then.
I'm all for the discount. I love saving a buck. I love it, but not there.
That's your, that's your upbringing.
Can't help myself.
No.
But in that one area of life, I will never save a buck. I will pay the premium to get the best of the best.
Well, where were you thinking about getting plastic surgery?
I'm not. I mean, we all know that's just that. You know what the doctor
Can they take off like 3 feet sizes?
No, it's not my size, but my bunions I can have surgery on them. It's just very painful, and I'm choosing not to. Thanks for bringing that up.
Good, because you should celebrate your natural beauty and bunions.
Thank you. My face, I'll probably do some stuff eventually. I mean, I'm sure I'll do like Botox, but I'm not looking to like do any like.
How old do you
lifts.
think you'll be when you get Botox?
I don't know. So
how close are you? Have you looked in the mirror and thought to yourself, there's a little problem area?
I want to do it preventatively, but then some people are like, don't do that. Don't do it preventatively because then you're like your face doesn't continue to like naturally grow the way it's supposed to. Like I want to get it in my forehead a little bit preventatively.
I see some lines forming.
Like when I go like that, when I lift my eyebrows.
The last thing that I want on a woman is facial expressions. I want to just feel like she's as numb on the outside as I am on the inside.
No emotion.
No, none at all. They're just cold.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm really touched. I couldn't tell. And that's the way I want it.
You don't want to see me smile every time you make me laugh?
Not if I know you're going to be beautiful forever.
Okay.
Like, I'd rather you be... That's why they use the word statuesque.
Gotcha. It's worth the trade-off for you.
100%.
Okay.
Just tell me you're happy and I'll believe you.
Okay.
We have a trust.
Okay.
Jason in Detroit. What's up, Jason? Jason. Too long. Michael in Louisiana.
Hey, Nicole, you said that how do these women allow somebody to inject a foreign substance into them? Tell me you've never had a stranger inject some foreign substance into you.
Before you answer that question, he's talking about cum.
Well, not a stranger.
Right, you knew him for at least an evening.
At least.
Yes. I mean, you always knew his name.
Cool. Well, it's questionable depending on the night.
I didn't say first and last.
Listen, we were all young. We all,
Right.
We all had our single days.
Of course.
God, everyone thinks they're such a jokester today since I walked in the room.
It's just pranks galore.
I mean, what's going on?
Like, a little respect, a little decorum. Maybe the fact that Nicole is, like, not only a wonderful person, but a great broadcaster. Maybe we should bring that to the table.
Yeah.
And not just the fact that she has horribly unsightly bunions.
I want to friggin' punch you in the face.
John, I said that we shouldn't.
Right.
What's up, John?
Question. You guys were being so honest last week. Why didn't you go down and try to bring Anthony in the studio this morning?
Me personally?
Yes.
Anthony was here this morning.
Really?
Yeah, Anthony Cumia.
I thought he wasn't allowed here.
Downstairs he was. He wasn't in this studio.
But was he trying to do something, like by being downstairs?
Well, we did this morning, in case anybody wasn't listening, I'm sure most of you were, Joe Rogan hosted the show with Ari Shafir and myself.
Oh, I love Ari.
The show was great this morning. But Joe's idea, and this was a surprise to all of us here, which is probably why it became complicated to pull off, was like Joe showed up right before the show started and said, yeah, I have a surprise guest coming up. And then we found out it was Anthony Cumia, who was fired from Sirius. And so we were like, I don't know how that's going to work. So we started trying to figure out if it was possible to put him in the system. Obviously, it was not because...
Do they put him on a do not let in list?
Yes, he's on that list. Like I think a security guard was sent down. I don't know. John, I was in the studio all day trying to make sure there was a show. Like, right, I was in here.
I mean, once the show was rolling... Once the show was rolling, there was no way you could have at least gone down and seen Anthony.
I mean, I would have said hello to him, but I don't have that kind of pull. I'm not building security.
Yeah.
I mean, can you be frank? Are you afraid you would have been fired if you brought him in?
I can't physically bring him in. They're literal security guards.
It's unbelievable, the security here.
There's human beings that are standing there to stop me. And I'm going to tell you something, John. I'm not...
They've got to know you well enough.
It's not a matter of familiar faces. I'm not the physical force that I might sound like on the air.
Right.
I'm not as intimidating to look at as this voice comes across.
You should be proud of it, though. That's how you come across.
That's obviously that I would just muscle Anthony through. No, look... If I forgot my ID card, I would not be let in the building until a security guard escorted me up.
I do it often.
Right, you have to get escorted by a security guard. It's ridiculous what happens here. It's not just a matter of the right guy going, hey, he's with me.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
Actually, Lady Gaga, I believe, was almost turned away, and she was booked to be up here. She's a celebrity because she didn't have her identification with her.
System says your last name was Gaga. Who is Germanata?
Is there any future in Rogan doing the Fridays every Friday? Or?
No, I mean, he's West Coast based, so I don't. And plus, I mean, he's not going to do it for free. But I thought it was great too. But yeah, I mean, John, there was no sort of cover up or anybody being afraid. It was just a matter of.
I didn't think it was a cover up. I just thought I honestly thought if you had gone down yourself that maybe there was a chance.
No, it's not about Paul.
I know. I'm a very, very. Don't get it twisted. I'm a super, super important person.
You're very powerful.
Super powerful. But you'd need to be Batman to pull that off. And Batman, I am not.
You couldn't just give him a look, give him that look, Sam. That just says, hey.
Like a come hither stare. Like you know what you'll get if you let Anthony up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Let's go to David in Houston. What's up, David?
Sammy, the so-called professional broadcaster.
So-called?
That's right.
So, I've got a challenge for you.
Hey.
Okay.
To be the professional broadcaster that you are, I think you need to get rid of your crutch.
Okay. What is it? I've been working on it. Everybody calls me out on my crutches. I'm on the air way too much because I get called out on my crutches before they even develop. Come
on, you know it.
Is it well listen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you do well listen?
All the fucking time.
Because it buys you a second.
Yeah. And it's like it's an easy transition into the next thing. Well, listen. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying.
Call it that. It's your transition phase.
Yeah, it is. It's my natural transition. Okay. Nicole, you be on it.
Okay,
if you hear
I'm
me
on
say it today, let me know because I like to break myself with those things because I walk without crutches.
I'll shoot you with a tranquilizer dart if I hear it once.
Please do.
Okay. Wait, what does he say, Will Ferrell?
I don't know.
What is when they shoot him with the dart?
When
You're
Stifler
funny,
goes,
man. I love you, but you're
awesome! In old school.
Old school, yeah.
I wanted to talk to you. Nicole sent me a text today. If you've been following Mashup Nicole on Instagram, you know she's all into this app.
I only posted one.
You posted one, but then you made me do one in the office, and then you did one, and then you texted me a video with the thing. It's very clear to me that you're obsessed with this app.
It's so fun.
It's one of these apps where you make a video of yourself, but it morphs your face to make you look hideous.
Well, it's like the photo booth, like when you go on an iPad, you can mess around with your face, but it attaches a funny voice or a few different voices you can choose from.
But the video that you sent me today had like a magnification on the middle of like where your unibrow would be.
Well, I chose it to go there.
Yeah, and it was just like, I don't know what it is, but I hate that stuff.
It really made you mad.
It made me furious. You
actually texted me back, that's horrifying. I thought you were going to laugh. I was trying to bring a smile to your face.
I don't like it.
Okay.
This is a pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
I don't like it when women make themselves unattractive.
I love it.
As a goof. Oh, like this is funny.
It is funny.
Do you know what I can't stand and will quite literally make me not attracted to a woman anymore at all, like period?
Is texting you that thing?
No, that's okay. I'm still very, very attracted to you.
Good.
But, physically. But, a woman with a fake mustache on.
What are you saying?
Instantly. I'm saying, not you. I'm saying if I found a woman attractive.
Okay.
Because I
thought you were telling me I needed to get waxed or something.
No. That would be a real mustache, and that's a real problem. We could talk about that later. But there's something about women who, for humor's sake, they want to make themselves ugly. And it's like, look, I'm ugly now. And I go, you've destroyed my vision of what you were. I'm not attracted to you anymore. And every time, without fail, I see a woman with a fake mustache on, like a stick-on mustache.
Cute.
It's never been cute, not once. Not once, not never.
What are you talking? Like, why? You just want us to sit here and look pretty? That's all we're good for?
I enjoy talking to women. I enjoy women with talent. I enjoy women with intelligence. I don't enjoy women who ugly themselves up, like a hot girl who's like, I'm tired of just being known as hot. I'm going to be known as the funny girl. Look at me. I've got hideous makeup on today, or I've painted on a unibrow. If you're a hot girl who paints on a unibrow, I don't think I want anything to do with you.
I love making myself, I love doing like ugly, funny faces and things like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know why? Because it makes me think, this is a woman who does not know what it is to be ugly.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Like
she's just like dipping into the world of being.
Oh, this is what it feels like to be hideous.
Oh, I can't believe it. I didn't know what it felt like to not be super popular. I can't stand it. I have an instant physical reaction. The fake unibrow gets me every time.
Okay.
And any woman with a fake mustache on, I don't know if going forward I could ever be attracted to them.
So you don't ever want me to like come in with like the fake glasses that has the nose and the fake mustache connected?
That's a plastic one, and that would be okay.
Okay.
But if you came in here
I'm doing it
with a fake mustache, I may be finally, I may say, Nicole, I'm going to try to swing next week on my own, I think.
Would you ask me to leave the studio?
Yeah, I'd say we're good.
Might do it.
We did the segment. We're good.
It's a wrap. We're cool.
Yeah, we're good with one today, Nicole.
Yeah, love you. Bye.
I was just being funny with my mustache on. I just thought it'd be funny to know what it's like to have a mustache. Okay, find out how funny it is out in the hallway.
I mean, there's so many things to get angry about. Like the things that actually irk you are so bizarre. Like that this is the thing that really like...
I can't stand it when women make themselves unattractive as a goof.
Okay, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. There's other things in life that should make you super angry.
Or when they dress ugly on purpose. Why? You know how to dress.
It's funny.
It's not funny.
It's like you're
It's annoying.
No, it's like you have no sense of humor that you don't like.
I have a great sense of humor, but not every woman is good to look at. So when you're in a situation where you're a woman who is good to look at, work with that.
But like, okay, so like when you sent me the picture of that hideous, did you Snapchat it or you just texted it? The picture of you in that hideous jacket?
I put that on Instagram.
Okay, oh yeah. Okay, so that's cool for you to like put on something.
You know why it's cool?
Why?
I'm not an attractive man, Nicole. I'm not walking down the street like Derek Zoolander, having everybody, get into gasoline fights because I'm so damn pretty. It doesn't happen for me. So it's like, okay, Sam's got a goofy jacket on, half the shit he wears in life. You know how I know that was okay? Because most of the people who saw that photo of me that I posted over the weekend on Instagram, which was just met with horrendous comments.
It was. It really was.
really a low point in my life. The reason it was okay was because everybody assumed that I was just buying a jacket because they were like, that's what Sam would do. He's an idiot.
I just don't know. This double standard, I'm not feeling it.
It's not a double standard.
I mean, kind of is, though.
Matt in Clifton. You there, Matt? No, I didn't. Hang on. There it is. Matt in Clifton.
I agree so much, Sam. Every time I see it on Facebook, I look and I'm immediately it's like compare it, Jenny, to like a guy wearing women's makeup and just going, oh, it's fun. It's not.
Yeah, how about that? How about if I was like, if I showed up on Facebook, if I texted you a photo of myself and I was just in drag and I'm like, isn't this hilarious?
I would love it. I would be.
What if it was also you could tell I was tucked back?
I mean, even better.
Yeah, that's your shit, kind of.
My husband does that all the time. I think it's hysterical.
Oh, geez, you're a fucking weirdo.
I love it.
You are weird.
Thanks for mentioning that today. I've been waiting for somebody to mention it publicly.
The tuck back?
No, he's not talking about tuckbacks. He's talking about the fake mustaches and women who ugly themselves up on purpose because it's like, it's gross.
Sorry, there's nothing better than the tuck back. Go do that to your wife when you get home tonight and tell me she doesn't hysterically laugh. Okay, anyways, back to the mustache.
I'm not going to do that because it would skew her image of me forever. Just as if I got home and she was like, Sam, don't you think this is funny? It's a fake mustache. I go, we got to get a divorce. Because I can't stand to see your face anymore.
I feel like you have an amazing sense of humor and you love to laugh.
I do, and that's why I know that that's not funny.
So it's not funny, but it's not worth getting that upset over.
Because you know what I would do from then on? I would know what she looked like with a mustache. Any woman. And I would sit there analyzing her upper lip for the rest of my days, waiting for one stray hair to pop up. And inevitably it would, in the right light, there'd be some kind of shine.
Right.
Every woman at some point looks like there might be a couple of wisps above the lip.
Of course.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Okay. I will never do that. Point taken. Duly noted, Sam Roberts.
Greg in Boston, welcome to Sam Roberts Show.
Yeah, Sam, do you think psychologically you're affected by women with mustaches because your dad had a mustache and you're associating it with your dad?
I mean, I don't think so.
It's an amazing theory, BT Dubs.
Well, I mean, yeah,
many men have mustaches. So, yes, I prefer that my women are not men. So there's that. But I mean, I don't know if it's a paternal thing. There are no qualities that my father has that I look for in a woman. So I guess if a woman shows up and she's got kind of like a pot belly, that's also unattractive to me. Now, my dad has a pot belly, but I don't think that's why I find big pot bellies unattractive in women. I think everybody finds pot bellies unattractive in women. And if you so you're telling me, Greg, do you find women with mustaches to be an attractive thing?
No, not like real mustache.
No, it's not a real, right.
But you don't mind a fake mustache on a woman?
You wouldn't I wouldn't, go out of my way looking for a fake mustache, but if a lady had a fake mustache, hey, that's somewhat humorous, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you're a woman who realizes you're in a situation where Sam Roberts will not leave you alone, strap on a fake mustache and watch the dust.
Well, first of all, you don't strap it on. I mean, I don't
know how they work.
It's not how you fasten one to your face.
Or the fact that you know how to fashion a fake mustache to your face is making me question you.
Oh, God.
Bosie in Louisiana?
It's an interesting name.
Bruce.
Yeah.
All right,
Bosie.
That's a much better name. What's up, Bruce?
Yeah. You know how, every once in a while you'll get one of the goofy girls that does the tuxedo and the Charlie Chaplin mustache?
Yep.
It's fucking dick tonight. I'm done. I'm out. I can't fucking look at her the same again. I don't want to be friends with her.
Dick tonight. You're right. I don't want to be friends with her either. When women start, if you're a hot chick, and you can pull off, if you can pull off a man suit that's closely cut and still kind of shows off some of your curves or whatever,
right?
I'm totally cool with that. I kind of dig it. It's cool. Totally fine with it.
Gotcha. But
if you paint on a little mustache and put a bowler hat on, I want nothing to do with you.
Who did you see do this that you're on fire about it?
It's just, you sent me that video.
I forgot that's how this all started.
You sent me the video of you uglying yourself up. Okay. And then it just started, I was like, I don't want to see Nicole like this.
So sorry for trying to cheer my old buddy Sam up. I thought I'd bring you a little giggle.
And then I started thinking about all the annoying, I get so bothered. You know what it was? It was the emphasis on the area where your unibrow would be.
Okay.
And it made me think of what if Nicole sent me something with a unibrow, I would start thinking of her completely differently.
Did you hate that one or the one I posted on Instagram more?
Well, let's look at the one from Instagram.
Dying to look just like me.
It's really bad.
My eyes are really...
I know you guys are super jealous of me. You're just dying to look just like me.
There's the joke, because you obviously wouldn't be dying to look just like me, because I'm hideous.
I mean, I kind of like that. You're making a funny face. I don't mind it.
Okay, but the other one really upset you. So maybe it's the hair, the facial hair that upsets you, because it's the unibrow, the mustache.
I mean, a nice pair of eyebrows.
That's cool.
Some hair sprouting from the top. Good stuff.
Okay.
But anything else around the face area.
I got you.
Eyelashes, I'm cool with. Totally fine. And if they're not there, we may have an issue.
Well, if they're not there, then you probably have something called trichotillomania, which is a disease where you pull your eyelashes and other hair on your body out of your body. So
I don't mind that so much.
You don't,
but
that's fine. That's cool
I don't
with
want you to be a burn victim, is what I'm saying. That's where I draw the line.
Okay,
that's where I don't like it. Louis in Toronto. What's up, Louis?
Hey, what's going on, Sam?
How you doing?
I'm all right. I just wanted to call and let you both know how I actually appreciate a mustache on a woman, on my wife especially. It's not a real big mustache, and she's really, really attractive. And if you just look at a picture of her, you don't see a mustache. But when you get real close, you see a little peach fuzz there around her lips, and that, to me, is just fucking awesome.
You think it's cute to see the imperfection?
I love it. And she's got a little bit of hair on her arms, too. Fucking amazing.
I don't have any.
That's so weird. I mean, I guess I get it, because it's one of those things where the world sees her one way and she's hot, but I know this is the peach fuzz. That's the part that I know.
The imperfection.
So I understand where he's coming from.
Right.
I couldn't share the feeling less.
Okay, listen, everyone has their thing. Everyone is attracted to different things. I'm sure you're attracted to some things that other people are not.
Not facial hair or nipple hair.
That's fine. Now we're going on to nipple hair.
Nipple hair is Dunsky for me.
Okay, well, I would hope it would be Dunsky for many people, but I'm sure some guys are into it. I myself do not have any, but some guys.
Yeah, right. Prove it.
There's fetishes. I mean, listen, there's some weird stuff you can look up on the internet.
Troy just sent a note that said women with happy trails are gross too.
Yeah.
Like the pubic hair that starts coming up towards the belly button.
Yeah, but some guys might be into that.
It's just not, I've never met one.
No.
It's a very odd choice for a woman.
You know, sometimes it happens after when you get pregnant. This did not happen to me, but it happened to some of my friends.
It didn't happen to me, but just like a friend I know. Her name's
Nicole. No, it happened to a bunch of my friends, and I was afraid it was going to happen to me. But as the belly grows, you will not only get like a dark line, but you'll get the full on, like not just a happy trail, like the line. It'll be like almost like an arrow pointing down over your belly. It's pretty intense.
And when you're pregnant, you don't feel like grooming your body.
Nope. Especially not. Wow. Hair is a really big issue for you. So, I mean, do you require that, your wife is fully lasered all over?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind a little hair in the pubic area.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind that it's not there, but I don't mind a little something there. Okay. But just not where it's not supposed to be.
Right. The unibrow, the mustache, and the nipples.
And keep the armpits, like, clean.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a no-brainer, I think.
Unless you're like a hippy-dippy, like...
it's gross.
Some guys are into that. I think it's disgusting.
It is disgusting. You're right. You're right to think that. You're 100%. It's not a matter of opinion. You're 100% right. Well, what are you not into for guys? You've sampled it all.
If we're going to stick in the hair arena, I don't like when guys wax like their chest. But I don't want a really hairy chest. And there's got to be like in between. There's got to be like a happy medium. So I like a little hair. So it's like, it's a man.
Right.
But if you're like waxing it, it's like, get over yourself.
You got Roland excited for just a second.
Why?
And then because he's got like a fucking sweater vest.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like the sweater. In that, for that, you should take care of that. Roland, I love you, but we need to groom it a little bit.
But what about all the people who there's a whole community of gay people who love their bears.
And that's fine. That's for them. It's not for me. Yeah.
You see, for me, it's like, if it works in my brain, that's the way it is. I don't think sort of, if it works for me, it works for me, but blah, blah, blah. No, this is the truth.
Right. Whatever goes.
My truth is the truth.
Right. And I love facial hair on guys. But I think that's different for, love.
Like, what about just a solid mustache?
Just a straight mustache, I'm not a huge fan of, because that's like the guy that the caller before, like my dad has that, and that would make me feel like I was like doing my dad.
Right.
But I love a beard, I love scruff.
How about just some solid mutton chops?
It could work. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could work.
That's what I'm working on.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I think mutton chops could be a cool look for you, Sam.
I'm not doing that.
Please do it. Oh my God, attached to that head of hair could be amazing new look.
I'd look like Seth Rogen on Freaks and Geeks.
It would be awesome.
Yeah. Troy says that he veets everything. Veet is like nair.
Oh, doesn't it burn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said yes, it does.
It burns a lot.
Jim in Florida. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would take down all body hair on me.
No, I just
I don't have a lot though.
When the guys that like wax their body, like maybe think of like kind of like weird bodybuilders, and I have that, that's your thing, whatever. But
That's kind of my thing. I've been working on that recently.
I'm not attracted to it.
I've been taking a lot of supplements.
Have you?
And just lifting.
Yeah.
A lot, which I'm sure you've noticed.
A lot of protein powder.
A lot of protein powder. Yep.
Protein.
Jim in Florida.
Hey, Nicole.
What's up?
Love to hear you, Sam. Fuck you.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I get that.
I've been married 30 years.
Okay.
When I first met my wife, she's a second generation off the boat Sicilian.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Body hair.
I bet.
Dark.
Yeah.
And I didn't care. Spent thousands of dollars on electrolysis.
Yeah.
Get rid of the mustache. Get rid of the thick black hair on her arms. She didn't go down to the cooch, but...
Cooch.
Cooch.
It sounded like he said coonch.
I like it.
With an N.
Cooch.
Coonch.
But...
maybe that's Italian.
It helped her self-esteem. She just didn't,
It hurts like a bitch.
Gone forever.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like women that were, thank you, Lou. I mean, you're very unkind to me, so I'm not exactly worried about being polite. But, like women who have actually had to deal with real life mustaches are aware that that's not funny. That's a real problem. Whereas, like, you are like, 70 to 80% of the guys who come in contact with me want to bang me. So look at me. I can just put this mustache on and it's fun. It's like, that's not cool. It's insensitive.
Okay, first of all, I've never put on a fake mustache and been like, hey, look at me. This is so funny.
Don't ever let me catch you.
I won't, now that I know how angry it makes you.
Yeah.
I mean, you have smoke coming out of your ears.
I do.
Chill out.
If you want to put on a merkin, go ahead and do it, but not one of those fake mustaches.
What was the point of a merkin? Like, when I first learned about a merkin a few years ago.
style.
No, but like, what? Like, I just don't understand who would ever be like, you know what? We need a wig for down there.
A merkin is a female pubic hair wig.
I guess maybe for porn back in the day when it was like the disco bush was in. I don't understand.
No, because if the disco bush was in...
Oh, then you didn't need the merkin. But maybe...
Why would you shave it in the beginning?
Because not all women are able to have a full, bountiful bush.
Right.
So maybe for them, they were like, but I want one too.
It's like vaginal hair plugs.
Right.
Take a little off the back of my head
right.
and add it to my labia, if you could. Oh, we can do that. Yes, right away.
Right on top of that.
Mark in Jersey?
Hi, Sam. Great show this morning. You did a great job.
Thanks. I'm going to try it again this afternoon.
You're doing a good job. What's it called? My girlfriend, she wanted to get back at me, so she told me if I use Nair on my balls, that it would be easy to remove the hair. I did it. It fucking sucked. It burned for like 3 days.
I wouldn't try that. It burned?
Yeah, it burned. I thought I had to go to the doctor.
My balls, they're still burning, Doc. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's a sensitive area. It's really meant for like arms and legs. It's not really meant for any crotchal area.
I am being informed that you are not supposed to put hair removing lotion on your genitals.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I've tried to shave down there before, but it just leaves it everything gets so itchy.
If shaving, it itches.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, girls deal with that with their armpits and their legs all the time. It can itch sometimes.
Well, I'm in support of that.
Yeah, well, of course, I am as well. I'll deal with that. But yeah, it itches when the hair starts to grow back.
Yeah. Trucker Bob, that's your body telling you something horrible is happening. Get rid of this awfulness. Trucker Bob in Missouri.
What's going on, Sam?
How you doing?
Nicole?
What's up?
I just think you need to put a picture out there for us on Instagram where you just woke up, got that frumpy look happening. I think that's nothing better than a hot chick with that I just got up look.
You know what? I got to tell you, for all my I don't like not hotness stuff.
Yeah.
I do love seeing a hot chick when she first wakes up in the morning.
You love hashtag I woke up like this?
Yeah. Like, I love finding out what a girl looks like without her makeup on. I'm very into it.
Really?
Yes, I'm very into it.
Gook in her eyes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if there needs to be gook. I just mean like right before she got made up. Like you could wash your face.
Of course. Okay, thank you.
You could do a little combing.
Okay.
But don't make it look like you did a lot of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I like seeing a woman right before she puts her makeup on.
But I have like a lot of guy friends who were like, it ruined it after like there was a couple girls that like were so beautiful with makeup on and they didn't realize it was such an illusion because girls really can change the way they look like completely.
Right.
And then woke up one morning and was like, ah!
Right.
Like, who are you?
Well, that's what happens when you date geishas. You should never date a geisha and think that that's real.
Right.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work like that.
Or clowns. Jim in Jersey. What's up, Jim?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, great show. I just had a comment about butt hair on a woman. How do you feel about that, Sam?
I mean, it's a great call because it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing that I know women have to deal with, but at the same time, if I knew that's a hard one to tackle. Well, like anything else, you could be like, work on this, work on that. But to go to a woman and say, you got to get that asshole waxed out. It's like, how do you do it? How can you eloquently do that?
Because it's all sort of attached. Like if you have hair down there, you have a girl, you can't help it. That doesn't have you a full bush in your butt, but you're gonna have a little hair there. So if you wax it, if you get like a Brazilian, they do your butt too, or laser it, they do your butt too. Yeah.
They do the whole taint butt hole area.
Have you had to deal with that, Jim? Like, have you ever had to tell a girl, look, you got to do something about the butthole?
No, I've never had to say do something about it, but I've had to request. I've been married for a long time, and I've actually helped, landscape the area, if you will.
So sweet of you.
Pre-Brazilian, I guess you could say. And it was actually not bad. I actually kind of dug it. The actual, experience of the landscaping. It wasn't bad.
You're a great soul. You're a great soul, Jim. That's why I like you. You're a good person.
The esthetician actually says, okay, now turn over and get on all fours. That's what they've always said to me.
That's what Bob Kelly was saying last week. His wife is an esthetician, or maybe he was saying that on our Raw Dog Takeover. I don't remember. But his wife is an esthetician. He will not let her do genitals or asshole.
Well, and what? He will not let her?
Well, yeah, he's uncomfortable with it.
What does that mean?
He's uncomfortable with it.
Well, then she's not a real esthetician.
Ouch.
Hope you're not listening, Bobby.
Ouch. And he liked you last week.
No, but I mean, how could he say that? That's part of being an esthetician.
Well, part of being married is also like, all right, wife, I'm uncomfortable with you playing with buttholes. That's also a rule you could make.
I mean, maybe if it was just maybe for other guys, maybe that's the rule.
Oh, I think he would encourage her to wax a female's butthole just to see what happens.
Okay. Just try it out.
I don't know.
See how it makes her feel.
Maybe you like it. Who knows? Ray in Texas.
Hi, Sam. It's Larry in Texas, by the way. You're a journalist and professional broadcaster, you?
That's right. I mean, check salon.com, because if you do, you'll find out I am a journalist.
Hey, you are everything. You're the man, the myth, the legend.
That's right.
It's my understanding that the origin of the merkin is that in the olden days, to deal with body lice, women would completely denude their entire body of hair to try to get rid of the lice, and then they invented the merkin to then be able to cover up the genitals and look normal.
Fascinating.
Oh, so it's like, no, I didn't have lice. Look at all this pubic hair. And it's like, I see the straps on your thighs. That's a merkin.
Oh, my God. People were so dirty back in the day.
Well, they didn't have soap, I think.
I mean, they had ways of cleaning themselves, but I just feel like
ways.
People were just vile.
Well, I mean, modern medicine was not exactly what it was, mainly because it wasn't modern times back then.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why they call it modern medicine.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have lice shampoo, for instance.
They didn't?
No.
Weird.
No. Thanks, Larry. Mike in Maryland?
Hey, I have a pretty embarrassing one.
Yeah.
What if my girl has bunions?
It's a sensitive topic.
Is there some sort of product, maybe, out there?
I mean, you're so funny, Mike.
I think
you are so funny.
I think there is a bunion cream that exists. I heard about it on the air a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Lewis in California.
Hey, bud. How's it going?
Good, pal.
Just to let you know, I am a guy, and I get regular waxes. I'm talking about butthole, crotch, back, chest, everything.
Really? You wax your whole body?
Not my whole body.
Right.
I am bald, but I shave that.
Huh.
You don't wax your head, man. That's a dangerous thing to do. You rip your head off.
Yeah.
But you don't want to rip your head off, but if you rip a ball off, it's like it happens.
Right.
It doesn't work like that, man. Frankly, that's what I was telling the lady. When you put that wax on there the first time, it hurts like crazy. 3 weeks later, you come back, you do it again. Your hair is softer from doing this. Okay,
Thinner.
it's thinner from doing this.
Of course.
And you keep that up every single 3 weeks, and you never have the rash, you never have the hurt. I don't have any pain anymore after. Now, if I go 2 or 3 weeks past the 6 weeks, or past the 3 weeks, then yeah, your hair is going to grow back to a certain extent. You're going to get the rash again. You're going to have problems.
Right.
But if it's something you steadily keep up, the wax is the only way to go. I've done Nair.
Yeah.
I've done the no-go. I've done all that.
You got a lot of hair issues going on.
I was a bear when I was growing up, man.
Oh, wow.
No lie.
Good for you.
No lie.
Good for you.
Was he schooling me on how to de-hair?
He's got more than you. He's an expert.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay. Because, I mean, like, I know about all that. I used to actually before, I mean, obviously I'm lasered now, but before.
Why is that obvious? You didn't even say that.
I think I've told you before. I'm lasered. So
I just like hearing about it.
But when I used to go, I used to have
They
to
lasered everything?
Everything. I used to take shots, like a couple shots
What does
before
it feel
I go.
like to have a laser in your butts?
Weird. It's not like up in there.
Right.
It's
Well,
not like,
maybe it doesn't need to be. Okay.
No, it's not
All right.
inside.
Okay.
It's just in the outer area.
You had hairy butt cheeks?
I don't think there wasn't really. She was like, but she just does like a couple just to make sure.
Preventative,
Right.
like the Botox.
Right. We
I
don't need a
understand.
hairy butt. It's not hot.
No, you're right. You're right. It's not cool. It's not sexy.
It's not sexy. It's not cool.
Right. There's a lot I want to talk about today.
Apparently.
I'm going to try to get DJ Whoo Kid on the phone to get an update on his life.
Where in the world is DJ Whoo Kid?
No clue. But honestly, like if I can tell you the truth, after I interacted with him a little bit this week. If we were on every day, he would have been on this week. He was here on Wednesday, I think. But I interacted with him a little bit this week. And I do think that DJ Whoo Kid's life is kind of falling apart a little bit.
Why?
He's just got so much shit going on right now.
Would you say this to his face, or are you talking shit behind his back right now?
No, I'll probably tell him when he's on the phone.
Okay.
Like, I kind of feel like he's starting to bite off more than he can chew.
Midlife crisis, Bep?
I just think that he's on tour with Waka Flocka Flame.
I see that.
And the amount of partying and the amount of girls, it's like it's never been this much before.
Okay.
And he's flying back here for a day. He's trying to get his radio show done. Then he's back here on a Saturday. And he's like, oh, I'm trying to do this. I worry about DJ Whoo Kid sometimes.
He's about to Jesse Spano?
Yes, and I've heard he's on caffeine pills, which is very, very dangerous.
Okay.
Very dangerous for a growing teenage girl like DJ Whoo Kid is. So we're planning on getting DJ Whoo Kid on the phone, which reminds me, I want to talk to you about the Twin Towers a little bit. I want to talk about, did you see the Star Wars trailer?
No, and I couldn't care less. Please, can we not go there?
I'm kind of glad that you feel that way.
Okay, because I can't stand that stuff.
At all.
I mean, like, loathe it.
Have you seen the Star Wars movies?
No, and I don't care.
You haven't seen one?
I'm sure everyone's fans, and they love it. I can't get into it.
Good for you. Also, Mike Cannon coming in.
Yay.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back, get DJ Whoo Kid on the phone. A lot of Sam Roberts show still to come this afternoon. I hope not everywhere. I hope. Welcome back to Sam Roberts Show here on Opie Radio. We are live, as we are every Friday afternoon. By the way, a lot of buzz about the big Bruce Jenner interview happening. If you go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/notsam, you can see a teaser that is the video version.
I'm so excited.
Of a teaser that SiriusXM has been playing. I think they're trying to capitalize on the Bruce Jenner thing.
Oh, really?
Sam Roberts. The haircut. The journey to a ladies' salon. The decision to somehow look even less masculine.
That's not cool.
The Sam Roberts Show exclusive. Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern on XM 103, Sirius 206.
I mean, I didn't approve the promo. I think that they're just kind of trying to capitalize off that, and I feel like it's slightly at my expense.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Yeah, but if you want to see the video for that teaser, go to youtube.com/notsam.
I do want to see.
Or I'll tweet it out at some point when I get time, but right now I'm hosting a radio show. I was trying to get some promotion going for this radio show.
You were?
From Riddick Bowe.
Who's Riddick Bowe?
Wow, he's a very, very famous boxer. And I don't know if you heard about this, but Riddick Bowe earlier this week, if we were on every day.
Yeah.
See, today, the story's like 2 days old, so people weren't paying attention quite as much as they were before. But in the beginning, a lot of people were paying attention to this. Riddick Bowe is like a very famous boxer.
Right.
Now, boxing's back in now. I was watching boxing on NBC on Saturday.
I don't love it.
You're not going to watch Mayweather-Pacquiao?
I'm actually going to be away, and I think my husband's going to throw a rager. He's so excited for it.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
I can't get into people like hurting each other.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Sorry, I've never been into it. It's not my thing. Just like Star Wars is not my thing.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about Star Wars, but Riddick Bowe, he was like, I believe he's going into the Boxing Hall of Fame.
Really?
But earlier this week, he tweeted out a thing that he tweeted out his email address, and he said, if you send me $20 via PayPal to this email address, I'll tweet whatever you want.
Oh.
He's got like 450,000 followers, and he tweeted out this thing, his email address, as $20 per tweet, and said, whatever you want, I will tweet it out for you.
And did he hold his word?
100%. I was reading tweets all day. One tweet, like, some people were just sending stuff for their own shits and giggles. Like, he tweeted out earlier, like, today, who the hell is Matt Rakoff, and why does he make so many inane and stupid comments on Facebook posts?
Oh, dear.
Obviously, some friend of this guy was just like, fuck him, I'm going to make Riddick Bowe talk about him.
Here's $20.
You know how badly I wanted a big hashtag SR show and bees are terrible?
Yeah.
Tweet from Riddick Bowe? But, you know, what am I going to spend $20 on? I don't think so. He posted a TMZ just said a thing because everybody's assuming that Riddick Bowe must be broke because he's doing this thing for $20 a tweet.
Or having a little fun.
Having fun at $20 a tweet? You don't think that doesn't ring a bell that he's probably broke?
I just think he's just trying. It's like publicity. It's like I feel like it's like a publicity stunt.
And if the publicity stunt ends up with a couple extra bucks in your pocket, who's counting?
Right.
Well, that's what he said. He filed for bankruptcy in 2005. So you can't file for bankruptcy twice. So I figured this was his way of, I can't file for bankruptcy. Maybe I'll do $20 a tweet.
I think you can file for bankruptcy more than once.
No, once. That's the whole deal.
Once in life.
Once in life. They let you off the hook one time. And that's it. And that's why you're fucked when you try to get credit after you file for bankruptcy once. It's difficult because people know you can't file for bankruptcy again. You don't have the safety net anymore. So Riddick Bowe already used his safety net. So his second safety net is $20 a tweet. That's what I think.
How embarrassing to file for bankruptcy. And like, I know it happens to people, but I just feel like it'd be a nightmare.
I'm sure it is a nightmare. I think it's more embarrassing to make a Twitter announcement that this is my email address and I will say whatever you want for $20.
Okay.
Like, I wanted to just send him $100 and say, can you tweet 5 times Riddick Bowe is a huge jerk off?
Well, how many tweets did he, like, have you counted about, like?
He's been doing it for 3 days straight.
So I wonder how much money he made.
Like, some of them are advertisements. So he tweeted out, hey, nobody knocks out dirty carpet like ABC Carpet Care of Rocky Springs, Wyoming. That's what's up, Bo. Like, it's never ending with this guy.
So awesome.
He wrote, one of his reps said, he was just trying to help out his fans. They asked me to tweet things, and it kind of got spurred out of control. And so I guess he was getting the tweets like everybody gets that you know, you can you tweet this for me? Can you retweet this for me? And he was like, yeah, maybe for 20.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong here. The phone's just lit up after I said you can only file for bankruptcy once. David in Houston.
Hey, what's going on, Sam?
How you doing, pal?
Hey, you can file for bankruptcy plenty of times, as many times as you want to, I guess. My wife's an attorney, so she does it all the time, and it actually improves your credit rating because you get rid of all of that debt.
But you could just keep doing it and doing it and doing it?
Just love being right.
Yeah, you can do it.
So why doesn't
time limits on it? So,
like, what's the time limit?
Those time limits, usually a year or so.
That's what I'm going to start doing.
No, don't do that.
Just spend it all, and then at the end of it, okay, we're here to collect. Well, that was a year ago. Here's some nice bankruptcy filing. Number 9.
If you do that, though, a judge can ban you for life from filing for bankruptcy again.
Okay, so they potentially get, but is it one of those things where the judge is like, Sam, I'm gonna give you bankruptcy this time, but don't do it again. Okay, Judge. I swear I won't. By the way, where's the nearest Best Buy? Because I have a credit card now.
All right, take it easy.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bill in South Carolina.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, once it's released, 7 years from the date of the bankruptcy release, you can go ahead and file again. I know motherfuckers have done it 3-4 times.
It must vary by state, because now Jeff in Alabama is saying this. What's up, Jeff?
I'm going to agree with that guy.
You can file more than twice?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I see credit reports all the time and several bankruptcies.
Wow, that's dope.
3 times.
So you can say it. Nicole, looks like you were
right.
Right.
And I've got $2,000 to give you because money means nothing to me.
And not now.
Hope you take a credit card because I'm not paying for any of it. Vince in L.A.
What's up?
How you doing?
That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It might be different state to state, but here in California, it's once every 7 years you can file.
I feel like I wasted my 20s.
Yeah, right?
3 times, so I should know.
You filed for bankruptcy 3 times?
Really?
Yeah.
You're the fucking man.
I just filed one last year, and my score went from like 545 to 700. As soon as you file, you start getting all kinds of credit offers, come get a car and everything, because they know you're like starting fresh.
So when you go, when you're doing this, do you think to yourself, okay, it's not really a big deal what I'm spending here because I'm just going to file for bankruptcy anyway?
Yeah, I'm not screwing over any individual. You know, it's all like corporations that are getting
right.
the short end of the stick. It's all these credit card companies that are corrupt anyways, big banks and stuff like that. So I don't feel any guilt. It's not like I'm ripping off a mom and pop store or anybody like that.
Yeah, you're like, you know what?
No sweat off of my back.
I think I'm going to spring for the Lamborghini this time. Why not?
I mean, doesn't mean anything.
Well, that's great.
I just got my BK discharged like 9 months ago and I went and got a brand new Escalade. So,
good for you, dude.
Another 6 years, I'll file again.
Are you for real?
You know, so they can't take your house. That's the thing. They can take any personal, belongings, jewelry, any high-end jewelry, if you tell them about it. But they can't take your house.
So you're a tax cheat.
They can only take a second. Like if you have a second house, a vacation home, they can take that. But your primary house, they can't touch it. They usually won't take any cars because they know that's what you need to get to work and stuff. So
right. So you're like, bro, I'm sleeping. I'm good. Like I got my place.
That's right.
Every 7 years, it's like, why don't you take these bills instead of me? Thank you.
The last time I filed 9 months ago, the reason I filed it is because I owed $45,000 to the IRS.
And it just disappears?
Yeah, a lot of people think
I'm doing that.
You can't get out of paying taxes.
Yeah.
But find a good bankruptcy lawyer, you can actually get out of paying taxes.
Like if I had known this in my 20s, like you just said, my life would have been so much different.
Yep.
I just paid a ton of taxes. Because I got an LLC, and so I had to pay a whole bunch of taxes and blah, blah, blah. If I had known this, my motherfucking company would have gone out of business. Why not?
That's right. Your credit starts over every 7 years anyway, so it's not going to be on there after 7 years.
That's great.
And if you hire one of those credit repair companies, they can usually get the bankruptcy off of your credit file.
See, this is
good to know.
Thanks, Vince. This is exactly my theory, and it relates completely. Everybody tells you when you're a kid,
right?
When you're in elementary school, everybody goes, we're going to put up with this shit right now, but when you get to middle school, you're not going to be able to get away with this. And then you get to middle school, and you're not doing your homework, and they go, okay, but this is middle school. In high school, you're not going to be able to get away with this. And they do it in high school. You're going to have to act like adults in college. And then in college, they say, after this, you're going to enter the real world, and it's not going to be as easy. And it's conditioned into us from the time that we're little kids that life is going to get harder and harder and more responsibility and more responsibility. I am here to tell you that is not true. Ever since I have never I'm 31, and in my adult life, I have never felt even close to the amount of pressure that I would feel like right before a test in high school.
Oh my God, I know.
It doesn't happen anymore because they have fucking these bankruptcy laws to help people. You can get out of traffic tickets if you take a seatbelt charge. When you're an adult, there are so many loopholes, safety nets, everything set up to make sure you're comfortable in America. Especially if you're white. Get out of here. It's great.
Oh God, I really.
If you are a kid right now, if you're in high school, if you're in college, and you're like, oh man, I know this is fun now, but the real world is only going to get tougher. It's easier.
Yeah.
Everything gets easier. They can't even look at Lady Di, who calls into Opie's show. You can't even get evicted. You know how hard it is to get evicted?
Not really, because I'm not really trying that hard. But
it's super hard. There are laws that you have to go through several months without paying rent before you can even get evicted. Like, you can't just not pay your rent and then you're out of here.
You get, like, way more than 3 tries?
Way
or
more.
3 strikes?
Yeah. You get, like, 9 strikes before you're out.
Really?
It's nothing. That's why I don't understand any adult that's like, oh, I got so much going on right now. Nothing's a big deal.
Right.
There's nothing in life that's a big deal.
Not as big of a deal as that, like, final that you took junior year.
Exactly. When you failed every test in high school.
Totally.
And you're like, I need to get an 85 on this final or I fail the whole course. That's the most pressure I've ever felt in my life, and nothing has even come close to that in adult life.
It's true. It really is.
Nothing. And that's why when people are like setting up for grad school in college, they're like, well, I think I'm going to stay in school. I was looking at them like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You get to leave school and not even, I wanted to drop out of college for that reason and not have anybody tell you what to do anymore.
I know.
It's so much easier.
Do you remember that last test, like that last class when you left? You're like, it's over forever. Like, I never have to do another piece of work ever, not like schoolwork ever again. It's the best feeling ever.
Yeah. I mean, I skirted through all of school. I was in college. I took a screenwriting class in college. Screenwriting. I figured this has got to be the easiest class ever.
Easy?
And I did screenwriting. It's not math. And I did fine in the class. And I look at my, whatever a college version of a report card is at the end of the semester, and I got a D in the class. And so I was stupid enough to email the professor and say, hey, what's the deal with this? Normally, I would just like, why would I get a D? I did okay in the class. And he emailed me back, well, you got a 50 on the final. I said, thank you for your time. I'll take the D. Goodbye.
Did you actually say that? Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Sounds great. I'll talk to you later. I passed though, right? Good.
Yeah, I guess passing is passing.
Passing is passing.
Yeah, because whatever you end up, whatever your GPA is at the end of college, like, who cares? You know when, you don't go on a job interview ever and someone says, what was your GPA in college?
Nobody
Ever.
cares.
Ever.
I didn't even get a degree in broadcasting. Everybody assumes because Syracuse has a good broadcasting school and I'm in broadcasting that I didn't go to one broadcasting class in Syracuse. Not one. You know what my degree is in? Sociology. The easiest thing you could get a degree in.
But it's good because you know what sociology teaches you? How to work with people.
That's right. And that's why I'm so good with people. That's why I'm so tolerant.
You are.
That's why I listen to other people's ideas. That's why this thing feels more like a community and a team than just a dictatorship.
So maybe you should thank Syracuse College right now for your sociology.
It's a university, thank you.
Syracuse University. I should know that seeing as I'm from there.
Yeah.
You should thank them.
What do you think this is? Cooney? This is the real deal. This is Syracuse School of Sociology or whatever it's called. Travis in South Carolina. Travis.
Hey, how you doing today?
Fabulously.
Well, that's great. I got to tell you, man, that last caller, that's the whole reason America's going to hell, brother. I mean, does that strike you as a really great way to go about your life, not paying bills, just screwing people over? Doesn't that seem a little bit...
I mean, it's lacking a certain integrity.
Yeah.
It is certainly lacking a certain integrity, and it's lacking a bit of personal character. But this America is set up so that nobody has to fail.
Yeah.
So it's like if you could take the government and corporations and all this stuff, they take advantage of every loophole they can find. So when citizens start taking advantage of their own loopholes, good on them as far as I'm concerned. Look, Travis, you and I, we decide to live our lives in a righteous way, full of integrity. That's Sam Roberts. That's Travis in South Carolina. And that's fine. That's our choice, though. But we have to realize that if at any point in our lives we decide that we don't want to live righteously or we don't want to live with integrity, no fucking problem. We're in America. It's good to go. We're fine.
File for bankruptcy and you're good to go.
Exactly. Just start spending. It makes you feel better.
Right.
And you don't actually have to pay the money back.
But also, look at this. Not everybody obviously knows about this. We're just learning about it now, so that's why it's
That's what's so great about this show. Like, I'm informing the people.
Yeah.
The difficult as your life is.
Right.
Doesn't have to be.
Right.
Blow it off.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
So educational.
Yes. Mason in North Carolina. What's up, Mason?
Oh, I'm actually in Atlanta. What's up, Sammy?
How you doing, Bill?
Good, man. So I think you were a little missing the mark when we were talking about, what goes on in high school and middle school, because, of course, I don't realize it until 15 years later, but all the deadlines and the homework, it all just, it kind of makes sense now. Guys don't really work in a corporate environment as much as it is like a trade environment. Would you agree?
This is a corporation. It's probably a trading company.
It's not the norm, though.
I have an office.
It's not like you show up and turn in reports every day, and I'm sure you guys do some of that too. But
no, I do not. I don't even know how to write. I can't spell.
It only took me 20 years to realize it, but you know, when your boss asks for something by 8 at this date, like when you're having to do those projects and all that garbage homework and dittos, and it's just kind of teaching you accountability.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, honestly, most bosses, and I've had real jobs, and I've dealt with the corporate side of things here, and most bosses, when they tell you, I need this by 8 o'clock Monday morning, if you give it to them at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, they will have forgotten about it anyway. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not that big. Most of the time, you can get away with being a little late.
But he's sort of right.
I'm sorry, Nicole, but I don't disagree with that at all.
Right.
But, you know, again, I've had, you know, a handful of shitty jobs, and it's, when you finally get into it, you realize how much accountability says a lot about you, you know? And if you're going to say that you're going to get something in at 8, and, you know, they try to hold you to that in elementary and high school and middle school, if you turtle it in at, like, Tuesday at 6, oh, you know, who's that really hurting?
Exactly. And the boss forgot anyway, so it's like, whatever. If he's not bothered by it, I'm not going to be bothered by it.
Yeah, I just single my teeth at my boss and make him forget about it for a couple of minutes.
Exactly. Exactly.
See you guys, talking out.
I'll talk to you later, buddy. That's all it is.
I don't know. We're not really one to talk, though. He's right. I mean, we really do work at like a zoo compared to like.
Listen, I've seen this. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. I'm a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I've seen it all. I've done it all. I've touched every aspect of life. I haven't lived the charmed life that Nicole Ryan has lived, okay? I am Mr. Blue Collar America. That's sort of the appeal of Sam Robertson. It always has been.
I have not always lived a charmed life.
Well, it's kind of, you're kind of a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I mean,
you know what I mean? A Syracuse Barbie girl in a Syracuse Barbie world.
What about Syracuse?
Nothing's plastic. It's fantastic.
Well, okay.
That's kind of your deal.
Right, okay.
Me? Dirt under the fingernails.
Totally.
Punch a card.
Chains from Home Depot hanging from
Okay, we're not going to get into the past. That's not what this conversation's about. Tim in New York. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I just wanted to, that guy Vince, you know, like, you can't sit here and tell me that he's not punishing everyone else. That's why interest rates on credit cards are 19%. Guys like me got to go to work 65 hours a week.
Dude.
You know, just to struggle by, you know?
Yeah, but Vince is letting us know. Work your hours and everything, but don't pay the credit card bills. Just every 7 years. Let them pile up for 7 years, and then, sorry, Judge, Your Honor, I don't have it.
That I'm filing.
What do you want me to do? I don't have it.
I don't know, man. I understand what you're saying. It's a big joke to everybody, but I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I could never do that. I could never walk in there and be like, yeah, I can't pay these bills. You know what I mean?
Totally could.
That's me and you, Tim. Well, Nicole is not an integrous person.
Zero.
I don't think the integrous is even a word.
I think you made it up.
But Tim and I,
right?
We are.
Yeah, I totally could. I could care less.
Well, that's you. That's the Barbie world mentality.
Take my debt.
Come on, Barbie.
Eat it. Eat my debt.
Yeah, America.
Oh, God. I have so much.
Hey, Joe, taxpayer, take care of this Fendi bag.
I still have so much debt.
You do?
Oh, Matt wants to murder me.
I would imagine.
And, it's not like we don't have the money to pay it. It's just
why do you have debt? College debt or because you buy shit all the time?
College debt. Credit cards.
Jesus.
Are you joking?
What a problem you are.
No college debt. Yeah, no. My dad actually just paid the rest of my college debt like a couple years ago. He was paying for that for a while.
Daddy's got it.
Dad's got it.
Yeah. Don't worry, Dad. I need you to take care of my college bills because I got credit cards that your shorty is running up.
Coming out my ass. It's unbelievable.
Right. Well, at least there's no hair.
No.
Jason in South Carolina.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Well, originally I was going to talk about the schoolwork, but the other guy's talking about the debt. Man, your kids assume that debt. After you die, your kids are responsible for that. But anyway.
Wait. But it's after when?
Well, after you guys, if you run up all this debt,
yeah,
and you die, your kids are responsible for paying that off.
Okay, well, that sounds like YP, not an MP, because I am under the ground. I am 6 feet below, 9 feet below, 10 feet below. Bury me deep, because it doesn't matter to me. You guys deal with this, because I'm a goner.
Well, anyway, you guys are talking about never having to do schoolwork again. Like, wow, you finished that test, no more of this shit. And then you have kids, and then you have to help them with all of their schoolwork. So you've got a whole lifetime of that shit to do. Again. It's crazy. I'm going through it now.
That sounds like shit. That sounds terrible.
Can't wait.
That's what you got to do. You got to decide to be a hard-nosed parent, Nicole, and say, you're going to have to do this yourself. One day your daughter will realize that the reason you are a hard-nosed parent is because you're not the brightest bulb and you didn't know how to do her homework for her. But in the meantime, just be a hard-nosed parent. No, you're going to need to figure out this on your own.
No, that's why I'm working so hard now, so I can take care of her the way that I was taken care of.
What do you mean?
I want to give her everything that she can have.
Get like tutors and stuff like that?
Yeah, whatever. First of all, she doesn't want me helping her with her homework. That's for damn sure. Not the best idea. Really isn't.
Well, listen, we could talk about bankruptcy and all this all day long.
Apparently people want to.
Yeah. I guess real quick, Evan in Atlanta.
Hey, just so you're aware, you can't file for bankruptcy in every state and keep your house. You know, Bernie Madoff got to keep his home.
Well, that's dope. He was here in New York.
Yeah, because he's in Florida.
Oh shit! All right, well, I got to do some.
If you want your listeners kind of filing for bankruptcy and losing homes, it's skin off my back. But
yeah, listen. I'm not a financial expert. I don't know if I made that clear before the segment started.
This just sounds like a new fun thing that we didn't know existed. Yeah, now we do.
I'm going to look into this a little bit more. But I think it's a good idea. So you're not at all. Everybody's talking about.
Don't say it.
The Star Wars trailer.
Don't say it.
Star Wars trailer got released yesterday. And everybody's talking, I mean, there were old characters, there were new characters, J.J. Abrams coming out. People think that J.J. Abrams is finally going to save this franchise.
I mean,
you could care less.
Do you know, what girl do you know that does? I mean, I'm sure that there are plenty of girls, but like, what girl in your life do you know that actually cares about Star Wars? Do you know one?
Roland.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so there's one.
Roland,
You've named one. Next.
I don't know. I don't know.
Right, because we don't care.
Women don't care about Star Wars.
Not as much.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about Star Wars as much, but what made me even the least bit interested is Star Wars released the movies on digital copy for the first time, like last weekend or something. And anybody who knows me knows I love a digital copy of a movie. Vudu, iTunes. I'm like white on rice. Love it. Love it.
Excites you.
Scroll. It gets me very excited. Scrolling through my TV. It's on my iPad too. This is incredible.
Right.
Just wherever I am, so is Star Wars.
You're excited
Great.
right now talking about it.
So excited. It's on my phone.
Right now.
I could just watch Star Wars. Hey, you know what? Travis put on Bye Bye Miss American Pie. I'm going to watch Star Wars for a little bit. I have that option. I'm not going to take it because I want to talk to the people a little bit more. But I get very excited over digital copies. So Star Wars came out on digital copy for the first time, like the original Star Wars. And first of all, Roland, who's a big Star Wars fan, he's the talent booker here. He was all excited about it because he goes, the transfer to digital copy looks really good. I can't believe, how good it looks. And I was like, Roland, 2 years ago it came out on Blu-ray. They have it transferred.
Yeah.
It's in HD already. It's just now it's also, he's watching it on his phone. He can't believe the resolution.
I would think you would know that.
That Roland would know that?
Yeah.
He did on some level, but he doesn't always
just process it the same way. Okay.
So I downloaded it.
Right.
And I was watching the original Star Wars, and I'd forgotten. So, of course, Star Wars comes out in whatever it was, 76, I think, is when A New Hope came out. And then it was re-released, I think, in 96.
Okay.
George Lucas re-released it. He put all the movies in theaters, and he digitally enhanced it. I think those were the years. And I guess I had forgotten. Because, I appreciate Star Wars, but I'm not this big fanatic. I probably haven't seen the movie in many, 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 many years.
I can appreciate what it is.
It's a good movie.
I'm sure
it's a good set. 3 of the 6 movies are great.
Was it necessary for there to be 6 of them? Really?
The 3 prequels are shit.
Okay.
Shit.
Thanks for your honesty.
Yeah. But the first 3, I love them. They're great. But it's not something that I get obsessed with.
Right.
I hadn't seen them in years. So that's why when they were on iTunes, I was like, okay, all right, I'll take a look at it. And I had forgotten. I turned on this movie. Roland just walked in here with a Han Solo toy. He's pretending he's playing radio. Is this what you're like in the bathtub?
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
You have a Falcon, too.
I turned on the Star Wars digital copy. And I guess I didn't realize it was the 96 version that George Lucas re-released.
Okay.
George Lucas, for as much good as he did putting out those 3 movies, the first 3 Star Wars movies.
Right.
What an asshole that guy is.
They really put out the first one. Introduced the other one.
I had forgotten what a horrible, horrible thing he did to the Star Wars movies when he re-released them. Like, he's just a cutesy pie idiot. You're watching these Star Wars movies, and you can tell when it's like midgets in costumes, because it's the 70s.
Right.
And George Lucas hired all the Oompa Loompas and put them in Jawa outfits, and they have Christmas lights as their eyes.
Right.
And I'm like, that's cool. And you make it look a little bit more clean and crisp, and it's like, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But there are all these scenes where they start interacting with aliens. And you can plainly tell that George Lucas added in these moments of like little space creatures falling off their space horses. Just as like a cute gag, just because it made him laugh. And I'm sitting there watching it going, who thinks that's fucking funny?
I mean, I'm sure a few other people thought it was funny.
I'll bet 0 people thought it was funny. I have never met a single person, Star Wars fanatic or not, that said, I preferred the edits that George Lucas did to this movie. He did the only good movies that he ever made, and he fucked them up. He made them worse.
Don't a lot of directors do that? Like, do things for their own little, like, inside joke?
I guess, but a lot of times it works because the director actually has some kind of artistic vision.
Right.
He just added in all these sort of cutesy gags.
It's for his kids.
But I can't even imagine how anybody...
Wait, that's a fact? Do you know that he did it for his kids?
Yeah, because they're young. But it's very, very sad that he ruined the franchise.
It upsets
it's
you.
really bad.
Yeah, but J.J. Abrams is reviving the franchise.
Is he like the Messiah to you?
Yes.
I watched it, and...
my Jesus.
And it does... I wrote about it on Facebook, and somebody said, I don't know, the trailer looks a little Abramsy. And I said, being Abramsy is a lot better than being Lucasy.
I agree.
Like, please.
Yeah.
Let him do something. And, of course, everybody freaked out because Han Solo is at the end of the trailer.
Dun, dun,
and
dun.
Chewie.
Yeah, Han Solo and Chewie, the original Han Solo and Chewbacca are still hanging out with each other.
Because he goes, we're home.
That's the line. Han Solo tells Chewie we're home.
Yeah, I'm all wet.
That was, like, see that.
But I have to believe that on some level... Harrison Ford had to be embarrassed getting back in the Han Solo outfit and just act. Yeah, I would think so.
Do you know the
It's a little silly.
Trust me, he's happy.
You think he got paid a lot?
Oh, yeah.
I think he looks hot in the vest.
He's a man of a certain age. He wears an earring.
Who cares?
Pretty badass, though. He's Indiana Jones, Han Solo, and Jack Ryan.
Who's Jack Ryan?
Oh, my God. Look how upset he is with you.
Who's Jack Ryan?
From the Tom Clancy novels.
Oh, from Clear and Present Day. From, what's it called? The Fugitive.
They're movies. Jack Ryan's are movies, right?
That's a different story.
Oh, my bad.
Listen, so far,
I don't care. He goes,
yeah, these all seem like movies that were pre, 1985?
No, they're in the 90s and 2000s.
2000s?
Yeah.
2000s? Are we sure?
Oh, he was against Sabrina, though.
Oh, Roland, take a fucking hike. Sabrina.
Who are you? Who is this kid?
Sabrina?
Yeah.
Chris in Brooklyn.
Hey, Sam, what's going on? Hey, Nicole, listen, I just wanted to say, if you have an opinion on why you don't like Star Wars, then I'll listen to it. But to sit there and just say, I don't care is really fucking annoying.
I apologize, Chris.
He's right, Nicole.
Let us have our Star Wars.
All right.
There's a black stormtrooper, okay? Do you understand what a black one?
My opinion is it's just boy stuff.
Stormtrooper.
It's boy stuff.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I'm a sociologist, Nicole, and there's a black stormtrooper.
It is yours, Chris. You can have it, and I apologize. I did not mean to hurt your feelings.
I think you're just jealous
Yep.
because your vagina probably looks like Chewbacca.
Does your vagina look like Chewbacca, Nicole?
I don't think it resembles Chewbacca at all.
What about a waxed version of Chewbacca? A laser version of Chewbacca?
Maybe a little bit more similar.
Does it go like this?
I wish I could do that. What a talent that would be.
You want to hear one of my favorite Chewbacca impressions of all time?
Sure.
All right, real quick. Here's a great Chewbacca impression.
Who can do a wild rumpus? That's some good rumpusing.
See, even President Obama has the Star Wars fever.
Leave Barack alone.
He's psyched about the Star Wars thing. He was probably at Celebration.
I don't even know what Chewbacca really sounds like.
That's exactly what he sounds like. Obama did a spot-on impression. You want to hear a clip from Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the original Chewbacca.
Who can do a wild rumpus? That's some good rumpusing.
That is some
You
good
mean
rumpusing.
Chewbacca-ing President Obama?
Yeah, Obama. It's a Wookieing. Everybody knows that.
Come on.
Frankie in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, Nicole looks like she has Chewbacca in a leg lock.
That's right.
The real that Lucas did The real fuck up that Lucas did with the re-release
Yeah.
was he had Greedo shoot first. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, Nicole, and this is something that I think everybody can get behind. This is because Star Wars it had a little bit of edge to it. It wasn't the edgiest thing in the world, and it was always hokey and corny. But it didn't have all these gags that a 4-year-old would laugh at. It wasn't a cartoon in the beginning. And there was a scene where Han Solo shot a bounty hunter named Greedo. A bounty hunter named Greedo came and said, "Oh, I'm here to take Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt.
Right.
I'm going to kill this motherfucker right now." And before he could even get his gun out, Han Solo was like, "Well, you're dead because I'm Han Solo, bitch." George Lucas re-releases this thing, and I guess he thought that was too mean.
Right. It was a little mean.
So he edited it. So Greedo got a shot out first, so Han Solo was just defending himself.
Oh.
You like that better?
Yeah, I do like that better.
And then you get to see a Wookiee fall down or something on the way out, a nice Pratt fall.
Oh, you're really...
Little sight gag.
You're very angry today.
Well, it's so stupid what they do.
Got a lot of pent-up anger. Where's it coming from?
That's the one thing I'll say. I don't think J.J. Abrams will do that.
Okay.
I don't think J.J. Abrams will rely on tomfoolery.
So do you believe with the masses that J.J. is going to save the day?
I don't know. I think he could. He did with Star Trek. But even watching the trailer, it was like, yeah, it's very, very exciting. It looks very cool. But there are these parts, specifically the new stuff and the new Stormtrooper helmets and the new this, and it could easily go south.
When is it coming out?
Christmas.
I mean, see, I hate that. Why do they have to hype it up so, why do they hype movies so far in advance? It's such a dick tease.
Yeah, it's not like it's one of the biggest franchises in the history of cinema.
No, but it's like, I can't, don't hype me now. Don't get me excited when I can't have it until Christmas.
I believe the reason
annoying.
I'm being pessimistic is because I remember being a kid and being so pumped for episode 1 to come out. The prequel, the first prequel. I'm like, Lucas got the pen in hand again. He's going to take care of this one. I heard they got this Jar Jar Binks character. It's probably going to be super badass. I can't wait to see how Luke Skywalker started his journey into the Force. This is going to be amazing. I'm a teenager, the perfect age for... What the fuck is this? And it was earth-shatteringly disappointing when that prequel came out.
You know what I did yesterday?
What?
I watched the trailer for episode 1, and I was like, how the fuck was anybody excited about this?
Compared to the J.J. Abrams
the trailer for episode 1 looked awful. And I'm sure that I was excited to see it because I went to a midnight show.
Yeah. I was so pumped for it.
Yeah.
I was waiting online for it.
But the trailer looked fucking terrible.
Was that the one that Darth Maul is in?
Yeah.
So it has, I think that's what it was too. George Lucas created like the coolest looking villain ever. He was like bald and his head was red and black and he had horns everywhere. He looked like an even more satanic version of Pinhead from Hellraiser. And when you're like a teenage boy, a preteen boy, this is like girls have One Direction, boys have Darth Maul.
Right.
It was amazing. And he's got a double lightsaber. Like there's a lightsaber coming out of both ends of that thing. That's a DP lightsaber. Okay, like he could take out 2 at once. No
DP
problem.
lightsaber.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. But then you turn it on, and Darth Maul has like 15 minutes of screen time in the whole thing, and he sucks. Like, that's what nobody tells you. As it turns out, they created this thing that they drew, and he looks cool, but in action, he was terrible. He sucked. It really bummed me out.
Okay.
I was like, that's going to be the most badass dude ever. And it wasn't even close.
No.
Not even close.
You were totally let down.
I was so let down.
Did you feel like crying?
I might have cried.
Really? I mean,
Maybe.
I guess, yeah, I mean, then.
Maybe. Look at this dude, Nicole.
I can't,
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Like, do you see how awesome that is?
I mean, that's scary to me.
Like,
that guy's going to haunt my dreams tonight, BT Dubs.
Well, imagine if you turned the movie on and he just kind of sucked and had kind of a British accent.
But then,
Like,
it would take away from it a little bit for me.
Like, if I saw Darth Maul in my bedroom tonight as I was drifting off to sleep.
You'd be excited?
No, I'd go, get out of here, Darth Maul. You suck.
Yeah, you're
like,
not...
I wouldn't be scared. I'd be like, take a walk,
Would
dude.
you be like, you don't scare me, Darth?
Like, oh, cool, Darth Maul is here. Kick rocks, asshole.
Oh,
that's
nice.
what I would say.
You're so bad.
He'd walk out with his head.
He would. Hey,
All right.
I'd go, why don't you take your double-headed dildo lightsaber and kick rocks?
Nice.
All right, Sam, I'm sorry.
You've thought about what you would say to Darth Maul if he walked into your bedroom at night.
Yes, I would. I wouldn't be scared at all. He's not a scary figure to me.
You think about what you've done.
Yeah, think about what you've done. You ruined it. You blew it. Before I get Jar Jar Binks in here to kick your ass, the racist lizard. Guy in the Bay Area. I like how he's non-specific. He's like, I'm from the Bay Area. Don't worry about exactly
where. You
where.
don't need to know where I'm from.
Yeah, maybe San Jose, maybe not. Don't worry about it. What's up, guy?
Hey, did you catch in their trailer? They slowed it down scene by scene, and they actually showed Jar Jar Binks being blown up in the new trailer.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's all over Facebook right now. They're talking about how great Abrams was and Lucas is shit, but here he is throwing Jar Jar back in the mix for the new movies.
Well, if they blow him up, that's awesome. Like if J.J. Abrams, if that's the first scene of the movie, just a picture of Jar Jar Binks going, Miso, blah, blah, blah. And just watching him get blown up. Miso, hope I don't get blown up. And then he just blows into smithereens. That'd be a great Star Wars movie. Bentley in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, Sam, have you seen the trailer for Mad Max?
See, the Mad Max, the new Mad Max movie? That trailer's got me way more excited than Star Wars.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it looks so fucking good.
What is it?
It's a bunch of crazy people hanging out with Charlize Theron and fighting in the desert with dirt buggies.
And she's got a shaved head?
Yeah. Everybody shaves their head, and they put on paint, and they fight in dune buggies in the desert. It looks amazing.
And the women have chastity belts.
Yes. That is how I want the future to look like, not Star Wars. I want it to just be chaos.
A chastity belt's a real thing. Like,
Yes.
people used to, like, for real use them.
They still do in some areas.
No, they don't.
The Jonas Brothers wore chastity belts for a long time.
It was not a belt.
Because they couldn't keep their dicks in their pants, and they said, we need chastity belt underpants.
No, they were rings. Like purity rings.
That was that was the key to the belt.
To the belt, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
keep those Jonas dicks in your pants. Let's go to James. James in Atlanta. What's up? That's what they were for.
I see.
What's going on, James?
Let's be real. Darth Maul took out Liam Neeson, who we can all agree is the most badass guy in cinema today.
Today, but not then. He wasn't taken yet.
Hey, still, a younger Liam Neeson could probably take out Liam Neeson today.
No, because the Liam Neeson of today has a certain set of skills.
Touche.
Yeah, exactly. Liam Neeson, old Liam Neeson. I was not at all impressed with young Liam Neeson of Star Wars days. Old Liam Neeson
will find you and will kill you.
He fights terrorists.
Yeah.
He blows up grenades in Paris.
Mhm.
And then he comes to New York and says, fuck you, Mayor de Blasio. These horses should be traveling all over Central Park. He's the only advocate for the horse and carriage rides to still be going.
And doesn't he fight wolves?
And he fights wolves with little alcohol bottles taped to his hands.
I mean, that's badass.
He's like, I survive plane crashes and eat wolves. Badass is
I love it. I like Liam Neeson.
It's an understatement. Jim in Washington.
Yeah, Sam, I like how you make fun of Star Wars.
Okay, that's
You also
Roland.
WWE. What's up? Wow.
That's
How can you
Roland.
tell? You know him that well? Like, it doesn't sound anything like Roland to me.
It sounds exactly.
Well, the Pillsbury Doughboy sound gave it away. But.
Roland's very upset. Yeah, he was making fun of wrestling the other day, and then he's like, shh, the Star Wars Celebration announcement's on. I'm like, oh, yeah, Star Wars, because it's really based in reality. Yeah, oh, cool. Yeah, Luke Skywalker's son hangs out with Han Solo's son.
Totally.
Oh, cool, yeah. Should be really great. We got a lot to get to today. I want to take another quick break because Mike Cannon is coming in here. And as I talked about at the top of the show, I don't know if you were in yet, but Mike Cannon was on Larry Wilmore's nightly show last night on Comedy Central. Good look for Mike. But they do a panel on that show. And they were covering conspiracy theories about aliens and
I love
space.
That. I love it.
I would love it if I was with, fellow comedians if I were Mike.
Right.
And I were, kind of just getting to debate, like, Roswell, I think there's an alien here. You know who was on the panel with him?
Like real deal scientists?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, no, my God.
Like, what?
The smartest man ever?
Yeah, it's unfair. So we'll get into that and a whole lot more. Mike Cannon next here on Sam Roberts Show. Welcome back to Sam Roberts Show. We're live. Call up 866-969-1969. 866-969-1969. Of course, Nicole Ryan is here.
That song just puts me in a good mood.
I play this because I relate to it.
You do?
Because people do hate when you're getting money like athletes.
Right.
They do.
Right.
Trust me.
Right. You would know.
I do know. Yeah. Love this song. And in studio, our pal Mike Cannon's back.
Hey,
What's
buddy.
up? How you doing, man?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. I thought you played the song because I epitomized the heart of New York City.
Well, yeah, and it's
that
like
too.
Yeah.
That too.
I feel like there's a lot of play hate that gets thrown your way.
Right?
Yeah,
I've been feeling that way too.
But I mean, That's because things are blowing up for you right now.
I'm glad it's not just my paranoia on these streets. I'm glad it's been affirmed by somebody else.
Yeah, no. I'm sensing it. I'm picking up on it. I was watching you on the nightly show.
Yeah, last
night. And then people were
Good for
calling
you.
up, and they were going like, who'd this nigga think he is? And I'm like, that's Mike Cannon, dude. Why are you talking like that to me? And I was like, all right, Whoo Kid, I'll talk to you later. But I don't know what his problem was, but I guess that's what the streets are saying. I was telling Nicole that I was watching you on the nightly show. And like, I like the nightly show because it's a really good outlet for comics to come on.
For sure.
Because Larry Wilmore opens up the panel every night and just talks. It's not even always about news. It's not always about topical stuff. It's like, this would just be a funny thing for a group of entertaining people to talk about.
Yeah.
So last night, Larry had everybody talking about conspiracy theories, specifically as it relates to outer space.
Yes.
So the moon landing,
Yeah.
Area 51. Are you a conspiracy theory guy?
I am. I have a podcast about conspiracy theories, but I'm more corruption kind of guy. Like, I have a maniac on my show who's a 51-year-old truther. Like, doesn't think there were planes that hit the towers. Doesn't think.
I hate those people.
And I want actors at Boston Marathon.
I want you to know, Mike. Number one.
Yeah.
Actors don't let themselves get blown up.
Well, no, those were fake prosthetics, according to him.
Oh, wow.
Nobody actually got hurt. It was the most impressive one take in movie film history.
Do you feed into it, or do you like...
No, I mean, I make jokes and try to add levity to it, but I allow him to get his point out because I feel like if I cut him off and smash it down immediately, that does worse for my point of view than it would to allow him to hang himself by talking.
And what type of show is that anyway? It's like, I bring this guy on, I tell him he's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, and what kind of egomaniac am I? I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
But
the hell
I
happened.
can tell you that I'm quite sure that there was airplanes that hit the Twin Towers.
But I feel like I would have trouble not being like, oh yeah, oh really? And just sounding like,
just jack off symbol at him all day.
Well, it's so funny because a lot of these conspiracy theorists get so caught up in the minutia that they forget that, like, down the line we sometimes intersect. Like, I agree with him in terms of what happened after 9/11. Like, the nationalism got ramped up. We went into a war we shouldn't have been in. There was all this political corruption and all this shit. And I can get past that once we get past him just being like, and the girders were not supposed to melt like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, does your YouTube degree tell you that?
I want to talk to a conspiracy theory expert while we have Mike Cannon in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Whoo Kid.
Oh my God.
Oh, beautiful. We got to get him on the show.
Whoo Kid.
What's up, man?
Where have you been?
I'm over here hanging with George Bush. He's the one that blew that shit up.
He is an expert. DJ Whoo Kid, I was telling Nicole, and I promised that I would say it to your face. I was telling her earlier in the show, you got a lot going on right now. I just said that about Mike Cannon, but I actually mean it about DJ Whoo Kid. Like, Whoo Kid is like, he's on tour. Do you follow Whoo Kid on Instagram or Snapchat? Or anything?
I follow him in every aspect of the world.
It's a different...
What up, Mike? What up, dog?
What's up, dude?
But Whoo Kid's always been sort of out there doing shit. Like, that's always been his thing. Yeah. But it used to be a couple of times a week. It's literally every day now.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that it is more than a human can handle. And I'm going to tell you this. I saw Whoo Kid this week.
Right.
When we were just talking off the air.
Shooting the shit.
I had him on the air last week when we did a Monday show.
Yep.
Whoo Kid's soul is being taken from him, I think.
You're worried. You're worried about him. Those are the words you use.
I think that he's entering into this white people EDM world with Flocka Flocka Flame.
The devil is in you, Whoo Kid.
And I do. You tell me this, Whoo Kid. In the last 3 months, have you not lost a pretty significant piece of your soul?
I lost almost all of it.
It's just, I feel like it's a weird time to be DJ Whoo Kid.
I don't know, man. I find myself doing things that, you know, a human being shouldn't be doing.
Like what do you do?
Like I experimented with a girl today. I put like I don't know if you ever really put the syrup inside the split of the booty today. I was having pancakes. She was like naked.
Sounds delicious.
So I just put the syrup between the booty, and I just watched the booties get stuck together. I just wanted to see if it could stick.
Now, do you mean
like have sex?
Do you mean syrup that comes from trees or comes from a man's penis? I don't know if we're speaking in metaphor or
No. The pancake syrup. I just wanted to see if the booty could stick together.
Oh, so you mean you literally put like Aunt Jemima pancake syrup in? Well, I shouldn't have said Aunt Jemima.
Don't put a brand to it.
Let's go. Mrs. Buttersworth. I was going with her.
You put Mrs. Butterworth's in between two ass cheeks just to see if they would stick together.
I'm trying to send it into Harvard, dude. So they can have that on file.
His voice is
it does stick.
Your voice is so muffled right now. It sounds like you're actually speaking through a vagina.
Yeah, could be.
So the science experiment ended up, did you have a control? Like, did you have an asshole that did not have syrup in it just to make sure that the syrup asshole was scientifically accurate?
Well, it was a white booty, so it wasn't that big, so I didn't have to worry about the syrup going in the booty hole, because I could see the booty hole, because, white girls don't have that deep booty, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I know exactly what you're saying.
You know about deep booty?
Is it only white women you're experimenting? Is this your rebuttal to the Tuskegee experiments?
Those black girls in EDM, so this is what I got to deal with, you know what I'm saying?
I was
Asian, maybe Indian, but I'm not really into the Indian culture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why is that?
It was a little too hairy for me, you know.
Okay, we were talking about that earlier today, actually.
Yeah.
Hair is not a friend of Sam Roberts' show.
Whoo Kid, you sounded like a little bit like slow. A little. Are you just tired, or are you brain dead, or?
No, I was smoking weed with Waka Flocka last night, but I'm on my way to Vancouver, so I'm getting my French ready. They speak like English French there.
Right.
Got you.
Just slowing it down.
And I think Whoo Kid has to realize is that he's now in a position where he has to conserve energy whenever he possibly can. Like whenever there's a moment of still, he has to live in that moment.
Right.
And when he can afford to, because we know him, we're all friends with him, and he can kind of just be chill.
Right.
Because this evening is not going to be chill.
He's like a shark. He doesn't sleep. He just conserves energy for a little bit. Shuts off certain parts of his brain.
This is as asleep as Whoo Kid ever gets.
I'm not going to lie. When I was in Alabama, I met a girl that looked just like Mashup Nicole.
Yeah?
She was giving me head for like almost like
How was
5 to 10 minutes.
5 is, wow.
It was good.
Let me ask you, Whoo Kid, was her neck length as long as Nicole's?
I don't think it was the same length, but she had the same mouth. The circumference.
Did you tell her that she reminded you of me?
You remind me of a coworker.
I have a professional colleague that your mouth reminds me of.
Keep going though.
I kept that to myself. But I reenacted like one of my dreams. You're married, so we're never going to do it.
Right. So you just closed your eyes and pretended.
They always say there's a twin of everybody out there, and I kind of proved it with my dick and a copy of Nicole's mouth.
Nice. I just hope you don't find the woman that looks like Sam Roberts. That would just get weird. I mean, she's out there.
She is certainly out there.
Probably a really pretty lady.
That's kind of scary right there.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, but I can't wait to return on the 1st, though.
So you'll be back in studio on May 1st.
Yes, I will.
Wait, how long ago? How far away is that?
So I think it's like a week or
pulling
two,
up my calendar.
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks?
Week after next.
That's not bad.
All right, yeah, we got a lot of...
I might be there Friday with Walk of Water because we're in the city all week, so...
Oh, really?
At Marijuana Festival. Can y'all come to the Weed Festival this Monday?
I would love to come to the Weed Festival with you, Whoo Kid. Do you want to go to the Weed Festival, Nicole?
Sure.
Mike Cannon?
I'd host a weed show. I'm in.
Did you know that, Whoo Kid? Mike Cannon has a YouTube show called The Weed News.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So 420, let's do it.
I'm in, man.
A couple of rappers, a couple of losers. You know what I'm saying? And then Willie Nelson sent me like a blunt, like he rolled for me, like he FedExed it to me.
God damn, so you're saving that.
Stage. Yeah, I'm saving it to smoke it on stage.
Probably should say allegedly, just in case it was across state lines.
Just throw that little word in there, you're good to go.
I mean, I told him to send it to Sam Roberts, so I'm not really getting caught.
That's right. That's right.
Just because you're with him.
We should have a good thing. You guys are talking about conspiracies and stuff. Like, what happened? Somebody blew some shit up again?
No, there's no recent conspiracies, but Mike Cannon, wait till you hear this. He was on the Nightly Show last night, and he was on the panel. And usually they just have comics or media personalities on the panel.
Like they had movie stars like Don Cheadle and stuff like that.
Or they could get radio personalities, Larry Wilmore, to stop by. Sam Roberts has a hell of a personality.
Put that energy out into the world.
Right. Michelle Beadle didn't mind having me on her show. Where you at, Larry Wilmore? Anyway. So I'm thinking like Mike Hannon is going to go and argue conspiracy theories with some other, like Sam Morril or something, like some other dumbass comic that does this show. And it would be, he gets on there.
Get the hell out of here.
Wait till you hear Whoo Kid. He gets on there and has to debate science, space conspiracy theories.
Oh my God.
With Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Not cool.
The most famous physicist in the world outside of, what's his face, who can't even talk anyway.
Yeah.
You cannot be serious.
Stephen Hawking. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah, the guy from the movie.
Right.
Did you almost shit your pants?
No, I've actually, weirdly enough, I felt comfortable because before the show even started, we talked for like 20 minutes individually, and he told me how big of a fan of comedy he is, how much he respects it. Like,
cool.
And he's charming. He's not like one of these Aspergery scientists that doesn't know how to have a social interaction. Like, he's funny. He's super fucking confident, justifiably so. But, I knew I was going to come off looking like the ass. So, fuck it. I just embraced it.
Yeah.
See, Mike should have called me because I have a scientific nigger that could have helped you with that.
Is he at all related to your medical N-word?
Hell yeah, that's his twin brother, actually.
What a smart family.
Those are smart niggas, man.
Yeah.
What
do you think of the moon landing, Whoo Kid?
I thought it was fake because I saw like some fake dust go up. It looked like heroin, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought there was a drug deal that went bad, and they just thought they'd throw a little spaceship thing on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
He does know what you're saying.
Was that brought up at all, Mike?
The whole thing,
did you say, I think it's a horse deal gone wrong?
That's actually exactly what I said initially, but it got cut from the broadcast.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, I'm going to tell you why it's not heroin.
I figured they were just trying to get away from the police. They're going up on the moon.
There's few things that I know more about space. And heroin is one of them.
And it's that fine China.
But you know what's crazy? Why is it that they always release information when the astronaut is about to die? Every time when he's about to die on his deathbed, that's when he's like releasing info.
Right.
Like, I don't
Probably because he's got Alzheimer's.
Well, did you see Did you see how angry Buzz Aldrin got? Did you ever see that video of Buzz Aldrin punching that other guy who was like, "You never landed," and then he just threw his brittle bones at his head?
He's like, "My fist is about to land on your face."
Yes,
How's
right
that
now.
for a landing? Say, hey, asshole, we have a problem. Huh? You remember
what he did there?
You Tom Hanks, you remember from the movie?
Killing it.
Way to go, Buzz. You got him again. Space joke. Got
He
it.
just looks and salutes into the camera.
Whoo Kid, did you ever see Buzz Aldrin punch a guy in the face?
No, I never saw that.
Oh, I got to show it to you.
Send me that link.
When you're back here next week or the week after, I'll show you Buzz Aldrin punching a motherfucker in the face. You'll have new respect for that old man.
Oh my God, I gotta check that out. Please send it to me ASAP, man. And I will laugh my ass off if I do that.
I'm sure you could just Google it, too.
Well, he's got a lot. Who Kid's got a lot going on, okay? He's got to go.
He's got to conserve energy.
He's got to DJ. He's got to pour syrup in women's asses, and then he's got to smoke drugs. He's got a lot on his plate tonight and every night at this point.
I love how Buzz Aldrin punching somebody is how he's going to earn Whoo Kid's respect, not potentially flying into outer space.
Whoo Kid respects one man who walked on the moon, and his name's Michael Jackson.
Well, there you go.
That's it.
Yeah, and he banged a little kid too, so that's a good look.
That's not a good look, Whoo Kid. That's the wrong way to phrase that.
That's how you define a goddamn hero right there.
That's right. Walked on the moon and banged a little kid. Well, listen, Whoo Kid. Fuck, I said, well, listen. I was doing so well.
About to shoot you with a tranquilizer dart.
2 hours without saying, well, listen.
Is that your thing? Is that your catchphrase?
Somebody called me out at the top of the show and said, hey, can you do a show without saying this? And I said it.
And you
Unbelievable.
God damn it.
Well, this might be the deepest you've gone, though.
Probably. I went deep.
Yeah.
I went deep.
So this is just, a kind of a place to plant your plant your flag and then grow.
Fuck
from
me.
there.
Before I get off, can you look into the George Bush thing to see if he had anything to do with blowing up the World Trade Center?
Okay, if we could just do a quick Google, did George Bush blow up the World Trade Center? Let's find that out for Whoo Kid. Just a quick yes or no will do. We don't.
He was reading a bedtime story to some black kids at school.
But I'll tell you this, Whoo Kid. We were playing some clips from last week. George W. Bush did a hell of a lot better of a job than reading a story to kids than Barack Obama did.
Did Barry not do too well?
Listen to what Barry did when he was around. Who Kid, listen to this. Barack Obama trying to read Where the Wild Things Are to some little kids.
Who can do a wild rumpus? That's some good rumpusing.
There you go. That's your president. There's your president.
15 million times we've played that.
Wow.
It's never going to stop either. That's my favorite clip I've ever heard.
Doing his best Special Olympics hurdles event.
All right, Whoo Kid, it looks like we have the answer. George W. Bush did not blow up the Twin Towers. Did not blow up the Twin Towers. Maury opened the envelope.
All right.
And he did not blow up the Twin Towers. So there, you can take that with you.
Did he ever go to Jamaica?
I believe he has.
I'm sure
he has
has.
been
most
to Jamaica.
likely been.
Very rich.
Yeah.
So.
And, we know what Jamaica has to offer.
Right? Are they a place, Whoo Kid, where it's a hotbed for planning destruction of buildings? That's how you know.
Yeah, the terrorist hub in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Can you please Google Obama in Jamaica?
Look, I saw the photos that you posted on your Instagram.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Who Kid's trying to embarrass Barack Obama even more? Oh, Barack Obama. All right, Whoo Kid. So
I'm doing a live radio show while I'm on the plane.
You're on the plane?
Yeah, that's why I'm talking so weird and low.
I hear kids screaming. You hear that?
Yeah, that's good.
It's like a baby screaming.
It's gonna be a shitty flight.
His nose. There's a guy digging his nose heavy over there.
Tell that kid to shut the fuck up and be a professional.
Yeah, Whoo Kid, could you do us a favor and stand up and say, yo, somebody shut the baby the fuck up?
I'm on a national radio show.
I'm trying to do some radio, motherfuckers.
You don't want me to make it to Vancouver. I'm going to chill right now.
All right, buddy. Well, enjoy Vancouver, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.
Love you, Whoo Kid.
I love you too, and I did make love to you.
Yeah.
To her mouth. To her mouth.
Hit me up about Monday's festivities, bro.
Mike, let's get it cracking, man.
All right.
See you there.
All right, see you later, dude.
All right, man, pal.
Always good to hear from DJ Whoo Kid. Always a pleasure.
I'm so impressed that he has his passport still.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He hasn't lost it, left it somewhere.
Unreal. Because he's been pulling the... Last time I was here, he did the Allen Iverson where he just left his clothes in a hotel and then bought new clothes for the rest of the trip.
Yeah, and I mean...
That's his style.
The whole first leg of this Waka Flocka tour, his wallet with his identification and everything was in my desk at work.
Oh, gosh.
For 3 weeks, it was sitting in the desk.
Unbelievable.
Just the amount, zero personal responsibility. That's what we were talking about before. Who Kid's the type of guy who'll go bankrupt 7 times? It's all good.
I think it is.
He's the guy they made safety nets for.
That's fantastic.
I wanted to play real quick while we have a minute for you, Nicole. The Twin Towers were up here last time Whoo Kid was up here, and you haven't gotten to hear what the Twin Towers did. Of course, the Filthy Brothers, some of the biggest rappers of all time, and I say that based purely on height.
Okay.
Yes. They hang out outside the building.
You ever
You're
seen
serious.
Do they? I haven't, no.
2 tall black twins, and they dress alike, and I didn't know what their deal was, so I had the intern go down and find out, and then he brought them upstairs, and I said, bring them on the show. I would just want to find out what their deal is.
For sure.
And it turns out they're rappers, and they try to get people to take photos with them, and then they tweet them incessantly.
Oh yeah, I mean, just look at my feed. It's just we took one picture with them one time, and they just retweeted every other day.
Yeah. So I wanted Nicole to share with you. This was from this show. The whole show is on demand if you want to hear all of it. They're amazing because they have these amazing egos.
Yeah.
And I just love talking to...
Well, why wouldn't they just hanging outside of a building all
Right?
day?
They're huge.
You get it. Exactly. Exactly. And this was... I wanted them to... They said they were from the 90s.
Wait, what?
Like they were like, our rapping style is the 90s.
Straight up
and there's
the
not
90s.
They said it's 2015 and there's not a lot of 90s rap left.
Sure.
And I said that's astute.
I mean,
it's more a lot of it is 2015 rap that goes on nowadays. And they were right. I said
it's been at least 16 years since 90s rap.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly right. So I wanted to give them some 90s flavor, and I was trying to convince them to freestyle.
Okay.
If you remember last time they came up, they got disappointed in the beats that I had chosen for them because it was like Baby Got Back and In the Club. It was the worst.
You are the pits.
It was the worst beats you could ever choose for somebody.
They were like, these are whack.
So I wanted to make good.
Yeah.
And so this was last Monday. How about this? We'll do it a cappella.
Right.
And then maybe just slide a beat in under you. You won't even know it's there.
All right.
Okay. All right, Paul, you ready? Just slide it in under. We'll start a cappella and we'll slide it in. It'll sound great.
Shit.
Trust me.
Spit some shit.
And we'll go. Okay, here we go.
Oh, the acapella? You ready for me?
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
Check it. Puffing on a ton of chronic, I'm coming through like a J train across the back of some of the projects to come on through. Marcy, get respect and then skate. If I hear a beat, I'm gonna stop.
Especially a beat like that. What's that? It sounds like a xylophone or something. What is that?
What's
that? That's a beat?
That's a beat.
Yeah, I thought that's
that is 90s.
It's from the 90s.
Oh,
You see, Sam Robbins, he dissing us.
No.
He dissing us. Right?
You see, it's from the 90s.
Nah, I'm the boss of my own decisions.
You didn't
man.
want
If I say I'm
Boss of his own decisions, man.
I was embarrassed.
You're crying, laughing at yourself.
Oh, I was embarrassed. I'm turning red.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it went south.
That's an amazing thing, though, to say I'm the boss of my own decision. I think I'm going to use that. That's a wonderful self-affirmation.
Yeah. It's like when somebody's like, hey, Mike, I need you to cover this for the weed news. You can say, I'm the boss of my own decisions.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna turn that down.
Yeah, that's not going to work for me.
Yeah.
That's not going to work for me. Okay,
I want to be like
we'll do a cappella and then slide it in. We'll see. And
do
then
it a cappella. Now,
acapella.
If I hear a beat, I'm gonna just stop.
No. Hold on. If I hit a beat and it's not even at least like a Biggie Smalls of Who Shot Ya or a Kick in the Door or a G-Dep, let's take this money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I thought at this point, and this is me, it's like director's commentary for radio. It's great. I thought at this point, I said, okay, I feel like the next beat I have in mind is kind of matching up with what they want to do.
Right, okay.
That's what I thought.
All right, second.
Okay, let's start. Okay. All right.
Without further interruptions again.
Yeah,
all right. Let's try this again.
Let them do what they do, man.
The Filthy Brothers. Let's try this. All right. Let's do it. Puffing on a ton of chronic. I'm coming through like a J train across the back of some of the projects to come on through. Marcy, get respect and then skate. Been there so many times, surprised we never met Jay. I mean, yo, chill. What is this you're putting on there? All right, that's it. Yo,
hey, what?
You hear this?
No more bars. This is a beat.
That's it.
What?
No more bars. That's it.
What?
You see why haven't you fucking jump on a white show, man?
No, you should have just let us do it a cappella, man.
This is a beat.
This is white people.
If you was gonna put on a beat, if you was gonna let us ride with a beat, this is why people don't like us. Because when I say something, that's how it goes. If I say I'm rhyming acapella, it's either Acapulco or no go.
Right. I didn't know.
I love y'all to death. You gotta slip in, or if it's gonna be a beat, it gotta be a raw beat. This is out. And then
this is from that show, The Love Boat.
The Love Boat. Hold up, Isaac. Hold up. And then
you didn't like
but look, peep how you do it, Sam.
Right.
You keep saying you're gonna let me rhyme acapella, and then you keep sneaking beats in there.
Right.
So it's like
he was right in hindsight.
They were a lot more confident that hang than they were the first.
Yeah, I mean they were
yelling
starting
at you and getting all loud.
They didn't like, and then I put this clip up on the SoundCloud page, and they didn't understand why this was what I was promoting. They were upset. They've tweeted me a couple times that I didn't allow DJ Whoo Kid the honor of getting to hear them drop bars.
Oh,
because that was their 8 Mile moment.
Yes.
Yeah, you really
you only get one shot.
Yeah.
And I looked at one of them had vomit on their sweater already.
Mom spaghetti.
That's what it was.
Oh.
That's what it was. But I felt like
You're such a dick. That's you should feel like a dick.
Oh, I did one more.
You're such a dick.
I'm an uptown MC. We don't rhyme on those.
I didn't realize. I've never been uptown.
I'm a rough, rugged, raw MC. We don't rhyme on those.
You don't rhyme on
What you gonna throw on Beethoven next?
Well, let's try one more acapella.
I'm a comedian.
I do. Very, very funny. One more acapella. All right.
So dismissive.
Spit it.
This nigga.
All right.
Go ahead. You said 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah, we got 3 strikes. We only did 2. We'll do 3. So here's the third strike, and we'll start.
If I hear it, I'm gonna just check it.
Okay.
Yo, check it.
Oh God.
No interruptions this time, or I'm gonna stop.
Right.
All right.
Right. If he starts with the same line.
It's gonna
Puffing on a ton of chronic. I'm coming through like a J train across the back of some of the projects to come on through Marcy. Get respect and then skate. That's it. That's it. Hey, yo,
That's it.
Hey,
these are beats.
The Price is Right, but not today.
Listen, thanks a lot, y'all. Hey, that's my time with the bars, man.
Did they leave?
All right. Well, listen.
Thanks a lot. I don't give. Listen,
The Price is Right. Come on.
Respect to OP Radio, but I don't give a fuck about none of these beats.
Right. Okay.
I'm a rough, rugged MC. I'm not rhyming on it.
All right, why don't you take a stand?
Rough, rugged MC.
That is
a rough, rugged MC.
Wow.
I've always thought of myself as a rough, rugged MC, but apparently we were on two different wavelengths that day.
Those are my initials, so now they're never going to be said without rough and rugged before them.
Yeah, rough, rugged MC here to talk about aliens or whatever you got.
That shit is funny.
Yeah, so that's what you missed, Nicole.
I mean, I'm really disappointed, but at the same time, I feel like you should probably find a different way to exit the building, because I'm sure like they were all kind of joking on here, but I'm sure they're not thrilled with you.
No, probably not, but what I like to, I go up, I'm nice to them, I'm like, hey guys, you guys were fucking awesome.
You killed it.
Yeah. And then
Right.
it's like this is the thing with the Filthy Brothers is they're good for an appearance like every 3 months or so.
Sure.
Give them 3 months to cool out.
Right.
Bring them back.
They come
Get
back.
them all fired up again. Let them go. You know what I mean?
And also, I'm pretty sure you make sure Whoo Kid is in studio when they come through.
They have,
because you
he
need
has-
some muscle.
He has been both times, I think.
He wasn't the first time.
He wasn't?
No.
It was just us?
Yeah, and that's when that was stranger danger. That was that was a whole other thing. But now I feel like now we're all friends.
Yeah.
And
They're nice guys. They're just a little weird.
And they're great rappers.
I wish I had an ounce of their confidence.
Yeah.
That would be-
Right?
oh my God.
Well,
The
you know what-
places I could go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have that kind of confidence, but I feel like I do have a higher level of skill.
And snark.
Yeah, I've got some snark in me. So,
Same, Roberts. What am I going to do with you?
well, we got a lot going on today. We have a musician coming in.
You do?
Yeah, now an actual musician, not one that hangs out outside the building. Anya Maria is coming in here. Do you know Anya Marina at all?
No.
Marina?
No.
She does Nikki Glazer's podcast with her.
Oh, I do.
With Sam
Then-
Morril.
yeah,
and,
then I do.
Blonde. Yeah, she's a very talented musician, Roland tells me. So we're going to get her in studio. Oh, you're doing something, Nicole.
Did I mess up something?
Yes, everything went wrong because of you. We're going to have Anya no, nothing. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Anya Marina is going to be in studio in just a couple minutes. I mean, there's so much stuff to talk about. The guy, you heard the story of the fake cop. He wasn't even a real cop. He was like a 70-something-year-old deputy that was trying to tase somebody and just
Isn't
took out
he
a gun and shot him.
An insurance salesman or something like that?
Terrible.
This guy
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
He did an interview
Oh, good.
on the Today Show.
That was a good call by him
do
and his
that?
publicist.
You gotta hear this guy.
Lawyer?
His lawyer was right next to him. He couldn't have sounded worse. Like, I wasn't sure. You're never sure. You're like, okay, you know what? Let me hear the full story before I really come down. And this is just another one of those play police officers. Like, I want to play cop.
Oh my God.
And I
So-
have no clue what I'm doing.
So he had no authority whatsoever, but he was involved in this situation because he just saw it happening and he really wanted to get involved.
Yeah, I want to play the clips of that for you. There's a lot to get. And there's a really good clip from Divorce Court that I want. You watch Divorce Court?
No.
I'm sorry, it's not as good as Botched.
Oh, I can't watch that.
Oh, I love
all the blood and weird shit. I can't.
There's
do it.
weirdness.
Yeah.
But let's take a quick break. We'll come back. Anya Marina will be here. So stay right there. It's Sam Roberts Show. You know what? I'm realizing in hindsight, Who Shot You was a different Who Shot You than I was thinking, because this does not sound like the beats that I played for the Twin Towers.
Yeah, no, I think you shortchanged him a little bit.
This is a different song altogether. Welcome back to Sam Roberts Show. Here on XM 103, Sirius 206. We are live, which means if you want to be a part of the show, you can be. No other entertainment source. This is what's amazing about radio. It's not like you can sit down. Like, everybody talks about, oh, Jimmy Fallon. He puts out viral videos. He plays games with the guests. He's, very 2015. If you're watching Jimmy Fallon, can you just call him on the phone and talk to him? And it's like, now I'm on the show too?
I've tried to get through, and that's something you just can't do.
You can't.
No.
It's like, oh, I have an idea for a thank you note. Well, tough shit.
Yeah.
Because he's got writers and you're not one of them. Here on Sam Roberts Show, we do something revolutionary, which is we open up the phone lines. And if you at home listening or in your car, wherever you are, want to be a part of the show, you can just call it 866-969-1969. 866-969-1969. You can call in to Sam Roberts Show. Mike Cannon is here.
Yeah.
Oh, pal. Regular.
Regular. Is
on
that
Sam Roberts Show?
Am I?
I think so.
Okay.
Because here's the problem. Right now, the show is still on weekly, which means if you're a regular,
yeah,
I have you on like once every 6 weeks or something.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And I appreciate each and every time I get a text from you.
Right, which means like you're on once every 6 shows, which would translate to once every week or two if it were every day.
Okay.
Which is what we're working on. But while we're still stuck on only Friday afternoons for some far-fetched and absurd reason.
The world needs a daily Sam Roberts show.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I can't
That's
believe
so
that it's
weird.
Who the fuck is dragging their feet?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not me. I'm skipping. Okay, I don't ever. I don't know. I got Jordans on. Okay?
You are
Anti-gravity.
levitating above the ground.
I was watching the 30 for 30 about the guy who brought Jordans to basketball last night.
Brought Jordan the sneakers?
Yes.
Like Michael Jordan?
No. Like he brought all the sneaker deals into basketball.
Oh, right,
It's called Soul Man, SOLE.
Yes. Yeah, because he was the first. Jordan was the first one really with like
to have his
specialized.
own.
Yeah, and he got fined every game that he wore them, and the Bulls or Nike actually agreed to pay the fine because it was such good publicity. I guess
it was amazing. Like for a while, it started with college basketball coaches getting paid by Nike,
right?
And then Nike sending them like 60 pairs of shoes, so they couldn't pay the players because it's college players.
Yep.
So they just gave all the players Nike shoes, and like the coaches were like, "All of you have to wear these," because Nike was paying them more money than their salaries were. They were literally employees of Nike, and so that's how it started. And then this dude hears about Jordan, like as he's getting ready to start his first season.
Yeah,
meets with him.
I'm sure you might have heard about him before that, but.
Listen, I saw the 30 for 30. He meets with him. He brings him up to Nike, and he's like, no, and he gets him his own shoe and brand. And,
wow.
Yeah. It's just some dude. It's not a...
Was he working with him too? Because I know Adidas was looking at Jordan and they turned him down.
Yeah.
And was he did he work specifically for Nike or is he just a shoe guy?
He was just, this is what always, I wish I could figure out how to be a successful middleman. I don't know how anybody gets it done. But all he was a middleman. He wasn't a player and he didn't work for any shoe company.
Wow.
He was just a middleman.
Like all of LeBron James's friends.
Yeah, he just sat there brokering deals. And it was Adidas would say, okay, you can wear Adidas and we'll pay you, but we're not going to give you the Jordan Adidas. And Nike was like, we'll give you your own brand.
Oh,
he was like, all right, that's the one we're going to do that.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Speaking of sounding good.
There we go.
You know who else is in studio with us?
There's a reason you're the best.
I know.
Because that segue is just fucking professionalism.
It's not news to me that I'm the best. Anya Marina is here in studio. How are you, Anya?
I'm so thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
Anya Marina is a very talented person in her own right.
Thank you.
She's a musician. She's a podcaster.
We're on the same network.
Right.
Stand Up New York Labs, right?
Yeah. Evidently, we hung out the other day, and I'm the worst person because I forget people.
No, me
I forget names. I forget faces.
Well, you meet a lot of people in your travels.
Yes, I do. But I need to be more present. I dated somebody once who was like, accused me of constantly fantasizing and never being like really in the moment. And it's true.
What were you what were you fantasizing?
I just think I'm a singer. I'm a songwriter. So I'm fantasizing right now about something else.
Oh, so like you're creating this world that you can.
I'm going to write a song about this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it going to be like the happy, pleasant song about shoes?
Yeah. Is that what the topic was? It's going to be about Star Wars, I guess. I don't know. I heard you like hip hop.
Love hip hop.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you know this song? Stacks on deck, Patron on ice. We can pop bottles all night. Baby, you can have whatever you like. I don't have to play the whole thing. I was just wondering if you
can play it.
Really? I just will then.
Go for it.
Anytime you want to pick up the telephone, you know it ain't nothing. Drop a couple stacks on you. Want it, you can get it, my dear. $5 million homes, strip families, I swear. I want your body, need your body. Long as you got me, you won't need nobody. You want it, I got it, go get it, I'll buy it. Tell them mother broke brothers, be quiet. Stacks on deck, Patron on ice. We can pop bottles all night, baby. You can have whatever you like. Yeah, you can have whatever you like. Yeah, late night sex, so wet, so tight. Gas up the jet for you tonight. You can go wherever you like. Yeah, you can go wherever you like. Shorty, you're the hottest. Love the way you drop it. Your brain's so good. Could've swore you went to college. Honey, can deposit vacations in the tropics. Knows it ain't tricky like you got it. You ain't never ever gotta go in your wallet. Long as I got rubber band banks in my pocket. 5'6" ride with rims and a body kit. You ain't gotta downgrade. You can get what I get. My chick can have whatever she wants. Go in any store and buy any bag she wants. I know you ain't never had a man like that. Buy you anything your heart desire like that. I want your body, need your body. Long as you got me, you won't need nobody. You want it, I got it, go get it. I buy it, tell the mother broke brothers be quiet. Stacks on deck, Patron on ice. We can pop bottles all night, baby. You can have whatever you like. Yeah, you can have whatever you like. Yeah, late night sex, so wet, so tight. Gas up the jet for you tonight. You can go wherever you like. Yeah, you can go wherever you like. I'm talking big boy rides and big boy ice. Let me put this big boy in your life. Whatever you like. 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 Whatever you like.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. I like black women. People know that. I don't know if I've ever heard Ebonics sound so sexy. I'm a fan.
That's T.I., right?
Yes.
T.I.P.
He has never made
T.I.
my penis budge during that song as much as that.
It's shifted, right?
Just there was the kind of like the wispy, or I don't know, the breathy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Sexy
that
song.
does something.
I didn't know that until just now.
I had no idea.
Also
The
did
tight
not.
and wet.
Yeah, who knew?
When the hell did that get injected?
I was in
into
a
that?
club. I was in a club in DC playing a show, and after the show, the club turns into a nightclub, and everybody was like bouncing to this song, like it turned into a disco or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, "What is this song?" And everyone was like, "This is a top 40 hit. This is like top 10. What are you talking about?" And I was like, "It's such a great melody," because I just heard the crowd going da 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 da. And I went home and I wanted to learn it. And as soon as I read the lyrics, I was struck by how weird and sad. And I mean, there was a sadness to it for sure. So I wanted to, and it was in a minor key, but you can't tell.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I want to really deconstruct this song. And everybody started talking about how either misogynistic it was or how sexy it was. It's interesting to see like which groups of society react to it in what way, but it's a cool song.
I think everybody in the room reacted when you started talking about your big boy rides and big boy ice. Like
That's
everybody
my
loved
favorite
it.
part.
The only, if I can make one critique.
Yes. My goodness, already so soon in our relationship.
Well, I feel like you would want I feel the vibe I'm getting from you is you like frankness.
Okay.
You like honesty.
I'm nervous already. Go ahead.
Put those N-words back in there. You know what I mean? You really get a reaction, and guys like that.
I did not expect that.
Yeah. Like, no, but, brothers is that's cool. I get what you're doing, but throw those N-words in. You'll get respect for it, honestly. I think you'll get respect.
Let's have the listeners weigh in on that.
Yeah, oh, trust me, these listeners would love to hear it. There's no doubt in my mind. Let's go to Mark in Jersey. Mark.
Hey, what's going on, Sammy?
How you doing, pal?
Doing fantastic. I got to say, first and foremost, that song really, really was so hot. Like, I was sitting here, like, I felt a little numbness down, and like, it was a tingle in my dick that just was very.
You see?
I really have to say, like, that's no bullshit. I totally 100% agree, Sammy. That was great.
I like how it started numb, like his dick was having a stroke, and then it started tingling.
What's going on?
Is that toast?
Yeah.
Bunch of Don Juans in your listening audience. They just know how to sweep a woman off her feet.
They're charming people.
Right?
Well, I mean, and I feel like I'm kind of rubbing off on them a little bit. Not literally,
you're a mirror of
but
them.
Yeah.
Nothing gets me into bed quicker than a guy saying, I felt a little numbness in my dick. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. little batch of blood went down there. I'm going to tell you that right now.
If you think about it, that's kind of hot because that means he can last a longer time. If he's numb, then he's desensitized to what's going on, so he's going to give you a good show.
Oh, good.
Right.
Looking at the bright side. I like that.
Trying to hook you up, buddy.
Keith and Trenton.
I want to know if this broad plays a guitar, too. And second on that numbness to tingly in my nuts.
Okay, so that's another guy.
It's a theme.
Who's got tingly, numb nuts. And yes.
Wait, is this a compliment, guys? Honestly, I've never heard.
Yeah,
it
for
is?
sure.
It's what happens.
So
What
you
happens
guys
is the
have, like,
blood. It's like when you're not going to get a full-on erection from one song. It's like, come on, like we're adults.
No, but I mean, like, feeling a numbness in your junk is a positive
because
thing.
it's the first bit of blood that's rushing down there, and it's like, oh, that's exciting.
It's like taking a shot of whiskey, and you feel it
numb.
working its way through your system a little
like
bit.
a
That's the instant kind of,
This is
jingle
good.
of your penis.
We get that too. I think women get that too. It's like, if you haven't been aroused in a while, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, I forgot to masturbate, or you see like what's that Channing Tatum movie where he gets naked?
Magic Mike.
Yeah, like that comes on after a dry spell.
You mean when Olivia Munn gets naked? Yeah.
Step up revolution.
Step up to the streets.
Then you start to get a little tingly, and it almost hurts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, your clam flutters.
Hey.
It's been a while.
And that's some of that charming language. Yeah.
I'm sharing my heart here.
No, so is Mike. So is Mike Cannon.
This is how I feel.
He was raised without a mother. Let's go to Jen in Rhode Island. What's up, Jen?
Hi. I also felt a little tingly hearing this song.
I'm aroused.
Yeah. Have you ever hooked up with any women?
Me?
Yes.
No,
not you, Jen. You're not in front of me. I don't care. Jen is on the phone. You're right here.
Well,
Anya.
I'm going to come out on your show right here. No, yeah, I did. The person I talked about earlier that accused me of not being present.
When you said boyfriend?
That was a girl. Did I say boy?
You said boy before. Yeah.
I think I said I dated a person. I try not to lie.
We were just getting to know each other. We were
I
getting
know.
comfortable. It's
I was
cool.
on tour. It was rock and roll. I had to go with it. I never had a college experience.
Yeah.
And that was like a relationship or just a hookup?
I think it was a hookup. Well, that's what I say about most of my...
What did she think it was?
It was kind of a relationship.
I think it was a hookup. But I wanted it to be a relationship.
You did?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was very much into whatever was...
Vagina.
Well, she was just like every person I had ever dated before, every guy I'd ever dated before, in that she was a complete dick. So
Gotcha. So you just found a woman to treat you like shit.
And also her clitoris was huge.
No, to be fair, she was
China from WWE.
She was a fantastic, interesting woman. She looked like Edie Sedgwick. She was like a model type, just really interesting and talented.
I could see you doing well.
She wasn't a dick.
Yeah.
If she's listening, I'd love to talk to you again.
Yeah. Down there.
That is a cool trick for the guys listening.
What is?
Talking to a woman down there.
Into her vagina?
What,
Yes.
like shouting Ricola?
That was...
Yeah, that's the problem. If it echoes back, then it's intimidating. It's like, there's no way. I mean, that's too much room for me.
It is kind of a cul-de-sac, so I can see. No, just like...
Anyway, we can get that song online. Can we download it from your version?
Yes, it's on iTunes. My name's Anya Marina. It's called Whatever You Like. And half the proceeds go to T.I., who wrote it.
The charity that was founded in a court of law. Anya Marina.
Yeah, if you want to just like try talking into a woman's vagina, like,
Like how you get plants to grow?
like
what?
when you're testing, yeah, like when you're testing the equipment here in the morning and you're like, hey, is this thing on? Hey.
So like if
is highly
if I lean
arousing.
into a woman and just start going, how now brown cow, how now brown cow, that's something that's like, oh, I like what he's doing.
Kind of like
Sibilance.
that. Yeah.
Sibilance.
Gets me thinking about cows,
Right.
bovines,
Brown
milk.
milk. Yeah.
Right?
Where did we go?
Everybody's loving
I
this.
feel good.
Sean in Syracuse.
Hey, Sammy, what's going on?
What's up, Sean?
Just driving down the highway here. Wanted to let you guys know that my dick is rock solid right now for hearing that song.
There it is. That's way better than numb. That's rock solid.
That was a pretty quick...
Did you know?
It's like being in a doctor's office.
Is that what the doctor says to you?
Well, it's like, my nuts are numb. Hi, just calling to let you know my nuts are also numb. And
We
now my
have
dick is
different
hard.
medical experiences, you and I.
Mike, so good to see you. Is everything good? I'm hard, by the way.
Doc, can't you see how fired up I am to be here?
No, I'm taking all these things as compliments, you guys. That's so sweet.
Do men? It's different when you're, when you're on the radio or when you're on the phone. Do men come up to you, like if you're performing at a club or wherever? Do men come up to you and say, "I got very turned on by that performance"?
That rarely happens. Usually I'm shocked by the guys that will actually come up to me. The only people that actually hang out, there's a paraplegic guy in, I think, Nashville that always comes to shows, and he's the only confident guy. He will, like, wheel his way right up to the front of the merch line and talk to me for a long time.
Huh.
And you'll see all the, like, cutie patootie guys with their cute little skinny jeans. They just run after the show. They leave.
Well, because you're a very talented person. That's intimidating for most guys, I think.
I think so. I just have to minimize myself and play real dumb. Like, can you carry my guitar case?
I know. You don't want those.
No, I'm just a strong lady, single as a stone.
I can give you change of a 20, but can you do the math for me?
My brain hurts.
So you are single right now?
I am right now, but that's why I'm here.
Well, after all these fucking Don Juans that have been calling up, I don't see that lasting.
This is a hell of a platform for an interactive dating thing. Like if you ever, this is your version of Match.com. Except
can I play a dating game with you?
Absolutely. This is better than Tinder.
Yeah. I might have to do some planning though, because if we're just taking random callers to date you, the odds of you being murdered are high.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
I'm going to try to avoid that.
Okay.
Sal in Long Island?
What's going on, Primetime Sam Roberts?
How you doing, Sally?
Listen, Anya, you got to change the lyrics to that song.
To the N-word?
Yes.
I was thinking maybe a little less of the N-word. You know, we want to appeal to a more modern audience, not exactly Anthony Cumia. So let's take the lyrics and let's make them a little less pretentious. Because right now, you really sound like you're from Atlanta, Georgia, and you're being pretentious and stuff.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to go ahead and say swipe left.
Thank you, Sal.
I don't think he got the memo. It's a cover.
Right. It's a.
And I have no N-words currently in the song. We are planning on injecting a few into the song.
Yes, I think that's what the song needs.
Authenticity.
But I feel like maybe the irony of singing a song with those lyrics in that style might have been lost on Sal. I picked up on it. I appreciate it.
Well, you're a man of nuance.
I am. Yeah. That's true. And that's what people know me as. Primetime Sam Roberts, professional broadcaster, journalist, and man of nuance is what I'm generally referred to.
I like that.
That's right.
A good
that should be your business card.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of type. A lot of money on font.
Man of nuance.
Would you want to, do you want to perform something else for us?
Sure. I have a new record coming out.
I'd love to hear what this...
In the fall. I used to be on a big record label. Now I'm doing things myself. So
that's right.
Soon I'm going to do one of these crowdsourcing things. So if people want to support me, you guys will be like my record label. You could go to my website and find out more. I think it's going to be on pledgemusic.com, but go to anyamarina.com soon. So I had a lot of failed relationships. This song I wrote as a kind of let me try again sort of idea of how I could be better next time. Does that make sense?
It does.
3, 2. Give me resurrection, give me restraint, 'cause I've been gunning it to get there and then running away. Give me good intentions, even the score. Come on and give me lots of lip and let me hear you roar. Oh, 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 oh. Give me resurrection, don't disappear. No, I don't need another yes man. Show me some fear. Give me some elation, give me a ride. We'll be like people on vacation every day of our lives. Oh, 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 oh. could see it, there's no way I'm gonna give it up. Give me resurrection, give me a chance. Come on and spin me like a record, make me wanna dance. I'll get you back, something right. I'll make you sing it out your window every night. It goes, oh, 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 oh,
She can whistle too.
I was going to say that was you
incredible.
on whistles.
Yeah, incredible. Way
I was
to
trying
go.
to remember that song by Flo Rida. Remember that? Can you blow my whistle, whistle, baby,
Yeah.
let me know. Or something.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of whistling.
Yeah.
I like that song,
baby,
though.
Whistle, baby, let me know. 'Cause I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow.
Love
and
it.
Just put your lips together, and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby, whistle, baby? Here we go.
If you want to stop these erection calls,
I'm sorry.
that's not the song to do it.
What if I just
My God.
segued my whole career into covering hip hop songs?
It would
in
work.
A
Are
breathy
you
way?
fucking kidding me?
The big label at the time that I was on was like, we think you should just do a whole album of that.
Yeah. Like if you were, and especially like the grimier the better. Like if you were
Yeah.
covering like Lil Wayne,
Right.
but
I
all
know, think
breathy
of a
and
good-
sexy.
Well,
Who
didn't
does
it work for
that?
that Carmen,
See,
that
I'm-
Carmen girl, right? Her and
Who
her
is that?
boyfriend. That
Oh,
she
yeah.
did the a Millie remix or something like that.
But
she
was
blew
so,
up.
Yeah, but she was so annoying with it. She was like in character. She was like,
Yeah.
like from the 50s, like Anya Marina is the real deal.
Oh, for sure.
What is that bee song about buzzing? I'm going to do that song. Isn't there like a buzz bee song?
Killer Bees, Wu-Tang, Shaolin.
How's that go?
I
It's
don't
like
think
a
it's the
new
one.
song?
No, Buzz Bee.
I don't know.
I don't know.
either. How come?
I'm out of touch.
Wow,
I'm
that's,
out of touch.
yeah, I don't know if that's the way to go.
No?
No, I
Is
don't
that
think
Hall
so.
& Oates?
I think so. I'm not a fan. How come you're not good in relationships? I don't understand.
I am. I've had 2 6-year-long ones, so I think that means I'm okay.
Yeah.
I've tended to pick people in my life that are, the unavailable kind of person, and now I'm sort of over that, so I'm trying to rewire my brain into liking people that are nice and like me, but it's hard. They're boring.
Right. Right. Because
There's no work involved.
Once you got him, it's like, yeah, but that guy over there's kind of exciting because he keeps blowing me off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so unhealthy. I'm like, I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs anymore. I don't smoke anymore. My life
Wow.
is just a desert.
And if you're not,
So I sometimes look for drama in my relationships, and I
Right.
recognize that it's just like picking up another drug. Sometimes.
but you got to have something.
I gotta have something. So I drink a lot of sugar-free Red Bull sometimes, or coffee, or chew like a pack of gum.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
It's fucking great.
I mean, yeah. I'm going to tell you something. If you didn't look like that and sound like that, nobody would ever respond to that sentence. That sounds exciting. Well, Jared in Jersey
Thank
has a
you.
question for you, Anya.
Hey, Jared.
Jared.
Hi, Anya.
Hi.
Your songs are great. I'm not going to tell you anything like piggish like those other assholes in the room would do and other
Fucking
What a
lame
white
one.
knight.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jared.
If you're available all this weekend, I'd love to take you out to dinner.
Oh, that is so sweet. I'm busy this weekend. I mean, I'm a very busy lady. It's Friday. Don't you know? You have to ask me out for next weekend. What would we do if we went out? This is like the old dating game.
I know. Bachelor number 1.
If you were to take me
I'm
out.
wearing pink pants. What was your first reaction to them be?
I think we could go for a nice dinner by the water.
I'm scared already.
Yeah. Dinner by the water where they'll never find your body.
Nice public restaurant,
Ankle weights for dessert. And then we'll watch The Jinx on HBO.
That would be cool, but weird.
Cosby's a friend of mine, but I don't really pull any.
Jeez. This guy's
Let's leave the comedy.
just how he started. Just how he started this phone call. I bet he'd quote Jezebel articles at you the entire time, just to get in your good graces.
Exactly. You know what the real problem with men is in 2015?
Straight white men, right?
No, that's really nice, Jared. I appreciate a nice guy. Here's my problem too,
Yes,
Sam.
tell me.
Is I can't date anybody unless they've like been vetted by several of my friends. I've tried the online dating thing. I've tried meeting people at parties. That's a pretty cool one, meeting people in real life. But like, I'd rather meet somebody who a lot of my friends know, but I live with a comedian. I live with Nikki Glazer. Do you know Nikki?
Of course we know Nikki.
Yeah.
She does Opie show all the time.
So a lot of her friends and people in that scene are like famous comedians, and she's forbidden me from dating any of them. She's like, absolutely not.
Also, Mike Cannon, I hope you won't take offense to this, but comedians are the most damaged people on the earth.
No, I'm going to co-sign that sentence.
Yeah, that's the only thing worse than dating a musician, I think, would probably be dating a comedian.
The only reason I have a girlfriend is because I met her when I was 10.
Right.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Where'd you guys meet?
We were neighbors.
Oh, that's really weird.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, no, we've each dated
That's
other
sweet.
people, and like, you know.
Since you were 10, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's like your,
That's adorable.
stabilizing.
She's my stabilizing gal.
She's my rock.
Yeah. She's just, you know, the only thing I have in this business.
Yeah, people say you have to know what you want. You should have a list of things. And I've tried that. I've tried not having lists. At this point, I'm really like, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm so happy being single. People don't necessarily understand, but performers a lot of times have such fun lives that I don't sit around my apartment going, I wish I had a partner.
It's fun, but I don't have anyone to share it with.
I really like my own company the most.
Right.
Sometimes I'll see like an older lady on the subway who's going to a Broadway show or something, and she's like 75, and I just think, that's what I want. I want to be like her.
Just going to a matinee with a hat on.
Yeah, like she's well dressed. She looks cool. I think she's sexy and some cool. She's, these New Yorker women.
Yeah.
They have great style. And she's off to a Broadway show probably by herself, and she just looks fucking cool to me. Like,
what you're not
like
privy to is that she is blackout drunk.
that I missed too.
A lot of day drinking will get you there. And a lot of people say, oh, you should know what you want, blah, blah, blah. But Drake says, know yourself, know your worth. Then he says the N-word, and then he says, my actions speak louder than my words. And then he asks the question that he says that people ask him, how you sold out but still so down to earth. And so that's where I think you are, is what I'm saying.
Whoa, that was so many different messages in one song.
I meant just the first one. It's just a really good song, and he just keeps going. I just like Drake a lot. Yeah.
Wait, do you get a lot of wisdom out of Drake? Like when you listen?
Oh my fucking God, do I get do you understand? Like my friend over here, Troy, like we will sit down for hours at a time and have conversations completely made up of Drake lyrics. I have an app. I have an app. If we ever get to the point where we're texting each other,
okay,
you will find out that I have an app on my iPhone. It's called the Drake Keyboard. And all it is it's one of the keyboards. I go through the regular keyboard, then there's emojis, then there's Drake. I have 3 keyboards, and the Drake keyboard
I love that.
only speaks in Drake lyrics.
Wow.
So you just pick a lyric and you just hit send. And then you get a Drake lyric, and it's some wisdom there.
I want to be on your texting list, guys.
You will be.
Oh, that's
I'll
amazing.
send you Drake
He's showing
texts
me
all the
right
time.
now. Like, read me one of these. These are so great.
All right.
Like,
Let me see,
confessions, or I wish we had met when I was in my teens. Oh, this is genius. You
Right.
just want to run over my feelings like you drinking and driving in an 18-wheeler. I don't know what that means. We talked about love and what life could really be for me.
But see, I
These
don't
are
like.
so bizarre. But
Yeah, I don't like those as much. I really only go to the hustle category.
Motivation.
Oh, motivation. Here we go.
Yeah.
I can't go to bed. I'm thinking about my goals.
Oh, yeah. He's the Dr. Wayne Dwyer of rap. He's
Like,
unbelievable.
I would send this text to you right now.
Okay.
It says, let's toast to the fact that I moved out my mama's basement. That's cool. I'm like, yeah, we should celebrate
I would
that.
toast you.
I would toast you.
With some water for
It's
that.
exciting.
It is. Okay, so if I was like, Drake, I'm feeling lonely on a Friday night.
I would say, ain't got no motherfucking time to party on the weekend. Because I'm on my hustle. You understand?
That's perfect.
And I would say that, and you would say, whereas you've got all these guys that are like, whatever you want, I'll do whatever you want. If I said, I ain't got no motherfucking time to party with you on the weekend, you'd be like, that's the man of my dreams right there.
That's what I tried to tell Jared just now.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not trying to find somebody who's going to read me Jezebel articles.
Don't be so thirsty.
Right.
Yeah.
You thirsty.
Drink a Gatorade before you talk to her.
Right.
I like this. Drake is backing me, basically, is what you're saying, right?
100%. I'm going through the lyrics on the text right now, and it's 100% your philosophy. Like, look at this. I just might bring in some girls from Miami. I would just send that to you, just so you knew. That's where my head's at right now.
I love that you guys hang out and do that. That's sweet.
That's what we do. Just talking Drake. I mean, Mike, I could put you on the Drake text.
I would love to be a part of it. Frankly, I'm a little embarrassed that I'm not.
Well, you will be.
Okay.
You will
That's
be.
what the T.I. song did for me is, yes, it was melodic and hooky, But I thought about it, and I continue to think about it. I still have not figured out this song. It's so deep, it has so many different levels.
Because rappers, they don't, like with songs, generally a song is about a thing. And you write the whole song about a thing.
Mm-hmm.
With rappers, every single line is just about something. None of them correlate to each other. It's not, they don't all mix together. It's just, you analyze the single lyric, and it's just like, ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. That means something. Then next, ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba. And they don't have to match at all. But you just sit there like going through the quotes like, oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's cool, too.
Yeah, that's kind of a Drake vibe, right? He
Yes.
did Started From the Bottom.
Yes.
That's such a great song.
Do you know how to do that?
I don't. I want to do that.
Oh,
Is it too
shit.
late, though? Is it like too done?
No,
for
that
people?
T.I. song has been out for years.
Please, yeah. Have you watched the video of Started From the Bottom? It never gets old. He's just in an all-white outfit walking by a coasting all-white car just down the street, just doing his ditty dance while saying Started From the Bottom. Now we hear.
Only thing is, that song is full of N-words, and if you came in here and did Started From the Bottom, and you took those words out, I like you, I'd ask you to leave.
Yeah,
I'd be
I would
offended.
ask myself to leave.
Yeah, because I'd say, what type of artist are you? I'll tell you what I like that you did. My pet peeve in covers, everybody does this too, is when they change the fucking pronouns. Oh,
I hate that too. The label asked me to do that.
And you were like, no.
And I said, no, that's the beauty of it, is to hear a female saying what he's
Yeah, I'm going to
saying
take
the
my
song.
dick out.
Right.
That this song does have a logical through line. The whole point of his song is whatever you want. I'll give it to you. I'll buy it for you.
Right.
You can call me anytime.
I have so much money. And so, like, I've made so much
Planes.
money that it will never be an issue.
Yeah.
Like Drake has a lyric.
Mm-hmm.
They say, the lyric goes, how much was the deal for? How the fuck am I supposed to know?
Oh,
Because
I love that.
he doesn't know. Like, we'll pay you to do this. Okay, whatever. Like, I have so much money, it doesn't mean anything
It
to me.
slipped my mind,
Yeah.
nor
Right.
was I ever told.
Also an MC Hammer lyric.
Yes.
No, but
Oh.
it
Maybe
sounds
not the
like
most
it should.
well thought out, but I've tried
Yeah.
that in my personal life. People will say, like, I'll be sunglasses shopping, and whoever I'm with will say, hey, Sam, how much are those sunglasses? And I'll just look at them and go, how the fuck am I supposed to know? And they go,
And then the price tag is still on it. You're like, oh, $10.99.
We're going to go for another pair, actually. That's a little expensive for me. I don't know. Well, do you want to play another song?
Oh my God, I could.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always could.
Yeah.
Sad. Your audience seems. I've played some fun ones. I don't know.
I know, some of them will get their dicks hard. That seems to be the...
It's Friday. They need to get up after a long work week.
This is like a super singer-songwriter song, but my roommate was dating somebody, and he wouldn't say he loved her. He couldn't say he loved her, and so that went into this song. And also, I was going to therapy at the time, and I was complaining to my therapist, "How come all these guys are so unavailable? I don't get it. They're all unavailable." And she was like, "Listen to me. The people you date are only as available as you are." Whoa. Which like kind of blew my mind.
That's even more impressive than Drake.
Yeah.
So it made me think about love. This is called Is This Love? It's a little too high for me, guys. A little too high for me.
It's all good. I mean, the fact that you corrected yourself all breathy, it's great.
Tell me all your fantasies, I'll bring them all to life. I'll be your freak between the sheets. I was such a dirty bird, I always knew the drill. A lottery, a mockery. Is this love? Is this love? I remember everything before we switched to gin, but after that, it goes all black. You said you had someone else, but nothing really sure. We make the bed, we lie in it. Is this love? Is this love?
You learn right from the start. Now that we're finished, you know it's time to go. It's hard to say we didn't see it coming from afar. See, we wrote the ending just as soon as we began. We make the bed, we lie in it. Love was such a dirty word, it never passed your lips. But I can't speak, 'cause honestly, I'm just as bad. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love such a dirty word I'll never change?
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I love that.
That was really great.
That was awesome.
Well, listen, and I did it again. Everybody, I say, well, listen, that's somebody pointed
that.
out to me.
That's my favorite. My dad always says that. Well, listen.
Yeah.
It's a great way to start a sentence. Don't change.
Why don't I have more people like you in my life, Anya?
I love, well, listen. There's another one that's great. And nobody ever says ring around the collar anymore either. Have you ever heard anyone say ring around the collar since 1984?
Doesn't that mean you have a dirty neck?
Yeah.
I think people clean their necks now.
It must be that we figured it out, right?
Yeah. People just have much cleaner necks.
Do you even know what that means?
I mean, now I do, but I never heard that before.
You didn't? It was like every commercial when I was growing up was
Ring
like,
around the collar.
Tide is great for ring around the collar. And then it showed a shirt that had a dirty,
Do you
gross
do
neck.
voiceover? Because that was incredible. You should be Tide's voice.
I used to work in radio for 10 years. I was a DJ. I was like, coming up next, the new Smashing Pumpkins on FM 94.9.
Oh my gosh. Very
She's gonna be
talented
given
woman.
a daily show.
How's your
I know.
dick? How's your dick?
It's numb. It's as numb as it's ever been.
Yeah. Is it?
Punch
I don't
it.
even know if it's there
Punch
anymore.
it. I won't feel it. I don't feel anything.
You guys are fun. This
Well,
is a good
you're
time.
fun. Anya Marina, if people want to get in touch with you,
Yes.
Anya Marina on Twitter.
On Twitter, yep, or Instagram, Anya_Marina, or you can go to my website, AnyaMarina.com, or just buy all my records so I can pay my rent tonight on iTunes or Amazon.
Do it.
Buy your stuff on iTunes, and yeah, once you get the Kickstarter, GoFundMe, whatever
Okay.
the thing is up, you got to come back.
I would love to do that. Are you kidding? Listen, are you kidding?
I love it. It does. It sounds great. I don't know. I feel like I've been misled. And Mike Cannon, of course, they
Yeah.
can find you on Twitter at I am Mike Cannon.
Yes, sir. Please listen to my podcast, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. It's also on Stand Up
Whoa.
New York Labs. I know. We talked before. It's not bestiality. It's conspiracy. But, yeah, and
okay.
check out the Weed News every Thursday.
Yeah, there was a very
on
funny
YouTube.
episode of the Weed News. They got stuck. I was watching last night. You guys thought you had a viral video on your hands.
Yeah.
And as it turned out, the counter was just not moving.
Yeah, it just wasn't moving. It's at 301 plus, which typically means that it's doing
It's
well.
doing something, yeah.
My new video, same exact glitch.
Right.
Yeah. Same
Yeah,
one.
because I went back and checked, and it was like, yeah, a week ago we had 301 plus, and now it's like, well, it's 400.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're getting somewhere. But it's a very funny show, so check it out. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at NotSam. Post pictures of Anya. I'm sure everybody's very, very interested in that.
Oh,
Um,
I'm wearing all white today.
That's
I'm
right.
very innocent.
That's right. And yeah, thanks for listening. We will see you. And notsam.com, of course, is the website. I'll have video up of Anya performing. So everybody will get to see that. But download the songs. Don't just say, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'll just wait until the YouTube videos are on. These are the live versions.
Can I also say two more things?
Yes,
One,
but only two.
I have a podcast I forgot to mention. Oh, we mentioned it. We
not the
Know
name of it.
Nothing
Yeah.
is what it's called.
And Sam Morrell is on there with you, right?
Yes,
He's a
and
friend
Phil
of the show.
Hanley.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I wanted to say thank you to Roland for inviting me in and introducing me to you guys.
Now his dick is numb.
He's great. And thanks to all the listeners.
Well, thank you.
It's been numb since the Star Wars trailer.
And yeah, we'll see you next week here on Sam Roberts Show. Goodbye, everybody. The end sounds so final. Welcome to Sam Roberts Show. We're still starting. The beginning of the song sounded so like welcoming. Like, oh, let's feel good in the motherfucker. And, we're starting and it's an introduction. But then the song ends with a conclusion. And it makes me feel like things are ending, but things are only just beginning. Welcome to Sam Roberts Show. That was Mystical and Mark Ronson. Mystical of Shake Your Ass fame. I thought we should play that because I feel good in this motherfucker and I want you to as well. And I was also thinking, it's been far too long since I was on the airwaves. Almost, get this, 1, 12, 1, 2, it's been like over 5 hours since I last was on the air here on Opie Radio. So I figure today of all days, it's necessary to have a spectacular Sam Roberts show. And what a spectacular Sam Roberts show it's going to be. Nicole Ryan is going to be here momentarily. Mike Cannon, I was almost saying Nick Cannon. Mike Cannon, very, very funny comic that's been here many times before. Mike Cannon is going to be here. He was on, I want to talk to him about this. He was on the Nightly Show last night. And, they do that panel on Larry Wilmore's Nightly Show on Comedy Central where they get comics or whoever to come in. They do the panel. They keep it 100. And they just talk about whatever it is the show's talking about that day. Last night, Mike Cannon was on the panel. And the topic was conspiracy theories about aliens. And his co-panelist was Neil deGrasse Tyson. How is that fair? If I was a comic, I'd be going in there going like, okay, I have to discuss, conspiracy theories with another goofy comic. We have to come up with our theories about aliens. No. We got a physicist, an actual physicist to come in here and talk about science theories. Well, great. I'll be contributing nothing of value then. Mike Cannon still pulled it off, though, and Mike Cannon will be here later on today. Also, a musician named Anya Marina will be here. I don't know anything about this lady, but Roland says she's very, very good. And she has a podcast with Nikki Glazer. So she will be here. A lot to talk about today. So call in right now, 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969 to be a part of the live extravaganza known as Sam Roberts Show. Let's go to John in California. John, welcome. Hang on, I got you, buddy. That was my phone. Start over, John.
Okay. It's a great primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm glad I had you start over. That's right.
Hey, it was an awesome morning to turn on the radio to hear the Joe Rogan experience with Sam Roberts.
Yeah, I didn't know how it was going to go. I just figured I'd come into the studio, I'd run the board, I'd see where I would get in where I fit in, as it were. And, I ended up having a blast with Joe Rogan and Ari Shaffir and Tony Hinchcliffe all this morning. It was great. I love those guys.
Like a glove right in there.
Well, gosh. Well, thank you.
Hey, Sam, can I bring to your attention something I saw on the web there today?
Yeah, I go on the internet, so I know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a man in Germany, a German man,
Mm-hmm.
who has a 10-pound cock.
Hey, how do you get that?
Look into that.
10 pounds?
Silicone ejected. 10 pounds. Silicone ejected.
Why would you want to... I know women like length and women like girth, but why would you want... Nicole Ryan just showed up, and you showed up at the right time. Have you ever been with a man and thought his penis was too light in terms of weight?
I would never have described it as too light. Maybe too skinny. I've had something too skinny.
But like in terms of weight?
That's not... No, I don't think so.
Weight, like in a sense of gaining weight?
No.
Says
no.
John in California.
Well, can I ask a question to Nicole there?
Yeah, John.
I guess the real question we got to ask Nicole is, has she ever snorted coke off a man's cock?
Oh, dear.
Well, geez, she just got here,
dear.
John. It's about, I'm not going to, please, Nicole, don't acknowledge that. It's about, I will get that answer from her today.
Well,
but it's about easing her in, John. It's making her feel comfortable. And then she says horribly inappropriate things. Welcome, Nicole.
Oh, thank you.
John
I feel so welcome.
was just saying apparently there's some guy on the internet.
Yeah.
Who's German and got silicone injected into his penis, and it now weighs 10 pounds.
Whoa. That's like as idiotic as someone who uses as a filler like cement.
Yeah.
I want to do it preventatively, but then some people are like, don't do that. Don't do it preventatively because then you're like your face doesn't continue to like naturally grow the way it's supposed to. Like I want to get it in my forehead a little bit preventatively.
I see some lines forming.
Like when I go like that, when I lift my eyebrows.
The last thing that I want on a woman is facial expressions. I want to just feel like she's as numb on the outside as I am on the inside.
No emotion.
No, none at all. They're just cold.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm really touched. I couldn't tell. And that's the way I want it.
You don't want to see me smile every time you make me laugh?
Not if I know you're going to be beautiful forever.
Okay.
Like, I'd rather you be... That's why they use the word statuesque.
Gotcha. It's worth the trade-off for you.
100%.
Okay.
Just tell me you're happy and I'll believe you.
Okay.
We have a trust.
Okay.
Jason in Detroit. What's up, Jason? Jason. Too long. Michael in Louisiana.
Hey, Nicole, you said that how do these women allow somebody to inject a foreign substance into them?
Tell me you've never had a stranger inject some foreign substance into you.
Before you answer that question, he's talking about cum.
Well, not a stranger.
Right, you knew him for at least an evening.
At least.
Yes. I mean, you always knew his name.
Cool. Well, it's questionable depending on the night.
I didn't say first and last.
Listen, we were all young. We all,
Right.
We all had our single days.
Of course.
God, everyone thinks there's such a jokester today since I walked in the room.
It's just pranks galore.
I mean, what's going on?
Like, a little respect, a little decorum. Maybe the fact that Nicole is, like, not only a wonderful person, but a great broadcaster. Maybe we should bring that to the table.
Yeah.
And not just the fact that she has horribly unsightly bunions.
What a friggin' punch in the face.
John, I said that we shouldn't.
Right.
What's up, John?
Question. You guys were being so honest last week. Why didn't you go down and try to bring Anthony in the studio this morning?
Me personally?
Yes.
Anthony was here this morning.
Really?
Yeah, Anthony Cumia.
I thought he wasn't allowed here.
Downstairs he was. He wasn't in this studio.
But was he trying to do something, like by being downstairs?
Well, we did this morning, in case anybody wasn't listening, I'm sure most of you were, Joe Rogan hosted the show with Ari Shafir and myself.
Oh, I love Ari.
The show was great this morning. But Joe's idea, and this was a surprise to all of us here, which is probably why it became complicated to pull off, was like Joe showed up right before the show started and said, I have a surprise guest coming up. And then we found out it was Anthony Cumia, who was fired from Sirius. And so we were like, I don't know how that's going to work. So we started trying to figure out if it was possible to put him in the system. Obviously, it was not because...
Do they put him on a do not let in list?
Yes, he's on that list. Like I think a security guard was sent down. I don't know. John, I was in the studio all day trying to make sure there was a show. Like, I was in here.
I mean, once the show was rolling... Once the show was rolling, there was no way you could have at least gone down and seen Anthony.
I mean, I would have said hello to him, but I don't have that kind of pull. I'm not building security.
Yeah.
I mean, can you be frank? Are you afraid you would have been fired if you brought him in?
I can't physically bring him in. They're literal security guards.
It's unbelievable, the security here.
There's human beings that are standing there to stop me. And I'm going to tell you something, John. I'm not...
They've got to know you well enough.
It's not a matter of familiar faces. I'm not the physical force that I might sound like on the air.
Right.
I'm not as intimidating to look at as this voice comes across.
You should be proud of it, though. That's how you come across.
That's obviously that I would just muscle Anthony through. No, look... If I forgot my ID card, I would not be let in the building until a security guard escorted me up.
I do it often.
Right, you have to get escorted by a security guard. It's ridiculous what happens here. It's not just a matter of the right guy going, hey, he's with me.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
Actually, Lady Gaga, I believe, was almost turned away, and she was booked to be up here. She's a celebrity because she didn't have her identification with her.
The system says your last name was Gaga. Who is Germanata?
Is there any future in Rogan doing the Fridays every Friday? Or?
No, I mean, he's West Coast based, so I don't. And plus, I mean, he's not going to do it for free. But yeah, I thought it was great too. But yeah, I mean, John, there was no sort of cover up or anybody being afraid. It was just a matter of.
I didn't think it was a cover up. I just thought I honestly thought if you had gone down yourself that maybe there was a chance.
No, it's not about Paul.
I know. I'm a very, very. Don't get it twisted. I'm a super, super important person.
You're very powerful.
Super powerful. But you need to be Batman to pull that off. And Batman, I am not.
Do you know people who mess their...
I was watching that on E!
Yes.
The plastic surgery malfunctions.
So proud of you. It's actually called Botched.
Whatever it is. Yeah, this woman... I watched that.
I'm proud of you.
The Botched show. I watch a lot of bad TV.
I know, it is bad, but so good.
This woman goes in, and she was one of the... I felt bad for her, because... She got tricked into getting plastic surgery from one of these quack doctors. It's not even, I don't even think this guy was a real doctor. He ended up going up on charges and everything because he was injecting women with cement-based stuff. He'd go and say, no, we'll make your cheeks look fuller. We'll make your lips look fuller. But it was like bike cement or something like that.
Yeah.
And so he was injecting this woman, and she had this horrible, puffy, lumpy face.
Oh, it's awful.
And she goes to the doctor saying, Doc, I know we're on E! Entertainment Television.
Yeah.
You're the doctor. You're going to be able to fix me. And the doctor says this. Well, the good news here is that everything's safe. That it's not, your body's not rejecting it. It's not, and if you look at it, my body was rejecting it. Yeah. So you would think that the body would be. It was a terribly unattractive sight. But the doctor says, so your body's not rejecting it. It's healthy. Everything's okay. The bad news is, if we try to correct it, we're just going to fuck it up more. So we're going to leave you like that.
Oh, it was one of those.
Yeah.
I know those are very upsetting episodes. You feel so terrible for the person, but they're the morons that decided to allow someone random to just squirt whatever they wanted into their body.
Exactly. And it left you thinking, and the woman tried to put on a happy face. She couldn't because her face was full of cement.
Of course not.
But she tried to get to a happy mentality. And at the end of the show, she was still, I don't understand how a person can be optimistic after realizing that their face is literally full of cement, and the doctor, the best doctor you're going to get, says, we're just going to leave it like that. That's the best thing to do. I would say, oh, I've got a better idea. Just cut the whole thing off. Neck up. Just get rid of all of it because I'm done.
I'm sure that her face probably weighed a lot after having cement injected into it, just like that man's penis. I'm
Halfway
sure
through the interview, she face first into the desk.
Right?
Just splat.
Couldn't hold it up anymore.
No, just very strong neck now. But she said that she was really happy because the doctors told her that if she ever needs anything, they're just a phone call away. So she said having access to those doctors is a reward in and of itself.
I mean, doctors who tell me that they can't help me? Not really.
Like the doctors who are, you can call me anytime you want. My advice, leave the cement all in your face and lips.
My favorite part about those doctors is that they're actually, both of them are the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills husbands, and one's an ex-husband.
So if anybody knows about a ridiculous plastic surgery, it'd be those doctors.
1,000,000%.
They're sitting there looking at their wives like, okay, you know what we could do? We could mess with this and mess with that. Oh boy. There's nothing we can do here.
No.
This is, they were like David Hasselhoff in a Wendy's hamburger. They just looked at her face and went, this is a mess.
I haven't seen that in so long.
It is a great show, though. I love that botch show.
Amazing. And some of the things that you find out that people are like, they go to some weird foreign country and just find someone off the street that's like willing because it's cheaper. Oh, they said they do it for $100. Well, you wonder what you're getting for $100.
It's so strange when anybody does plastic surgery or tattoos or anything like that on any type of discount. Whenever anybody tells me before they show me a tattoo or something they got done plastic surgery wise, whenever a cost even comes into it, I go, oh boy, you made a huge mistake. What you want to know is I had to pay a ton of money for this.
Right. Yes.
And it's like, okay, you did the right thing then.
I'm all for the discount. I love saving a buck. I love it, but not there.
That's your that's your upbringing.
Can't help myself.
No.
I can't, but in that one area of life, I will never save a buck. I will pay the premium to get the best of the best.
Well, where were you thinking about getting plastic surgery?
I'm not. I mean, we all know that's just that. You know what the doctor
Can they take off like 3 feet sizes?
No, it's not my size, but my bunions I can have surgery on them. It's just very painful, and I'm choosing not to. Thanks for bringing that up.
Good, because you should celebrate your natural beauty and bunions.
Thank you. My face, I'll probably do some stuff eventually. I mean, I'm sure I'll do Botox, but I'm not looking to do any.
How old do you think you'll be when you get Botox?
I don't know. So
how close are you? Have you looked in the mirror and thought to yourself, there's a little problem here?
You couldn't just give them a look, give them that look, Sam. That just says, hey.
Like a come hither stare? Like you know what you'll get if you let Anthony up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Let's go to David in Houston. What's up, David?
Sammy, the so-called professional broadcaster.
So-called?
How we doing?
That's right. That's right.
So, I've got a challenge for you.
Hey.
Okay.
To be the professional broadcaster that you are, I think you need to get rid of your crutch.
Okay. What is it? I've been working on it. Everybody calls me out on my crutches. I'm on the air way too much because I get called out on my crutches before they even develop.
Come on, you know it.
Is it well listen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you do well listen?
All the fucking time.
Because it buys you a second.
Yeah. And it's an easy transition into the next thing. Well, listen. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying.
Call it that. It's your transition phase.
Yeah, it is. It's my natural transition. Okay. Nicole, you be on it.
Okay,
if you hear
I'm
me
on
say it today, let me know because I like to break myself with those things because I walk without crutches.
I'll shoot you with a tranquilizer dart if I hear it once.
Please do.
Okay. Wait, what does he say? Will Ferrell in
I don't know.
When they shoot him with the dart?
When
you're
Stifler
funny,
goes,
man. I love you, but you're
awesome. In old school.
Old school, yeah.
I wanted to talk to you. Nicole sent me a text today. If you've been following Mashup Nicole on Instagram, you know she's all into this app.
I only posted one.
You posted one, but then you made me do one in the office, and then you did one, and then you texted me a video with the thing. It's very clear to me that you're obsessed with this app.
It's so fun.
It's one of these apps where you make a video of yourself, but it morphs your face to make you look hideous.
Well, it's like the photo booth, like when you go on an iPad, you can mess around with your face, but it attaches a funny voice or a few different voices you can choose from.
But the video that you sent me today had like a magnification on the middle of like where your unibrow would be.
Well, I chose it to go there.
Yeah, and it was just like, I don't know what it is, but I hate that stuff.
It really made you mad.
It made me furious. What did I
You actually texted me back, that's horrifying. I thought you were going to laugh. I was trying to bring a smile to your face.
I don't like it.
Okay.
This is a pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
I don't like it when women make themselves unattractive.
I love it.
As a goof. Oh, like this is funny.
It is funny.
Do you know what I can't stand and will quite literally make me not attracted to a woman anymore at all, like period.
Is texting you that thing?
No, that's okay. I'm still very, very attracted to you. But, physically. But, a woman with a fake mustache on.
What are you saying?
Instantly. I'm saying, not you. I'm saying if I found a woman attractive.
Okay.
Because I
thought you were telling me I needed to get waxed or something.
No. That would be a real mustache, and that's a real problem. We could talk about that later. But there's something about women who, for humor's sake, they want to make themselves ugly. And it's like, look, I'm ugly now. And I go, you've destroyed my vision of what you were. I'm not attracted to you anymore. And every time, without fail, I see a woman with a fake mustache on, like a stick-on mustache. It's never been cute, not once. Not once, not never.
What are you talking? Like, why? You just want us to sit here and look pretty? That's all we're good for?
I enjoy talking to women. I enjoy women with talent. I enjoy women with intelligence. I don't enjoy women who ugly themselves up like a hot girl who's like, I'm tired of just being known as hot. I'm going to be known as the funny girl. Look at me. I've got hideous makeup on today, or I've painted on a unibrow. If you're a hot girl who paints on a unibrow, I don't think I want anything to do with you.
I love making myself, I love doing like ugly, funny faces and things like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know why? Because it makes me think, this is a woman who does not know what it is to be ugly.
Oh, I
You know what I
see
mean?
where
Like
this is all
she's just
coming
like
from.
dipping into the world of being.
Oh, this is what it feels like to be hideous.
Oh, I can't believe it. I didn't know what it felt like to not be super popular. I can't stand it. I have an instant physical reaction. The fake unibrow gets me every time.
Okay.
And any woman with a fake mustache on, I don't know if going forward I could ever be attracted to them.
So you don't ever want me to like come in with like the fake glasses that has the nose and the fake mustache connected?
That's a plastic one, and that would be okay.
Okay.
But if you came in here
I'm doing it
with a fake mustache, I may be finally, I may say, Nicole, I'm going to try to swing next week on my own, I think.
Would you ask me to leave the studio?
Yeah, I'd say we're good.
Might do it.
We did the segment. We're good.
It's a wrap. We're cool.
Yeah, we're good with one today, Nicole.
Yeah, love you. Bye-bye.
I was just being funny with my mustache on. I just thought it'd be funny to know what it's like to have a mustache. Okay, find out how funny it is out in the hallway.
I mean, there's so many things to get angry about. Like the things that actually irk you are so bizarre. Like that this is the thing that really like...
I can't stand it when women make themselves unattractive as a goof.
Okay. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. There's other things in life that should make you super angry.
Or when they dress ugly on purpose. Why? You know how to dress.
It's funny.
It's not funny.
It's like
It's annoying.
No, it's like you have no sense of humor that you don't like.
I have a great sense of humor, but not every woman is good to look at. So when you're in a situation where you're a woman who is good to look at, work with that.
But like, okay, so like when you sent me the picture of that hideous, did you Snapchat it or you just texted it? The picture of you in that hideous jacket?
I put that on Instagram.
Okay, oh yeah. Okay, so that's cool for you to like put on something.
You know why it's cool?
Why?
I'm not an attractive man, Nicole. I'm not walking down the street like Derek Zoolander, having everybody, get into gasoline fights because I'm so damn pretty. It doesn't happen for me. So it's like, okay, Sam's got a goofy jacket on, half the shit he wears in life. You know how I know that was okay? Because most of the people who saw that photo of me that I posted over the weekend on Instagram, which was just met with horrendous comments.
It was. It really was.
really a low point in my life. The reason it was okay was because everybody assumed that I was just buying a jacket because they were like, that's what Sam would do. He's an idiot.
I just don't know. This double standard, I'm not feeling it.
It's not a double standard.
I mean, kind of is, though.
Matt in Clifton. You there, Matt? No, I didn't. Hang on. There it is. Matt in Clifton.
I agree so much, Sam. Every time I see it on Facebook, I look and I'm immediately just it's like compare it, Jenny, to like a guy wearing women's makeup and just going, oh, it's fun. It's not. It's
Yeah, how about that? How about if I was like, if I showed up on Facebook, if I texted you a photo of myself, and I was just in drag, and I'm like, isn't this hilarious?
I would love it. I would be.
What if it was also you could tell I was tucked back?
I mean, even better.
Yeah, that's your shit, kind of.
My husband does that all the time. I think it's hysterical.
Oh, geez, you're a fucking weirdo.
I love it.
You are weird.
Thanks for mentioning that today. I've been waiting for somebody to mention it publicly.
The tuck back?
No, he's not talking about tuckbacks. He's talking about the fake mustaches and women who ugly themselves up on purpose because it's like, it's gross.
Sorry, there's nothing better than the tuck back. Go do that to your wife when you get home tonight and tell me she doesn't hysterically laugh. Okay, anyways, back to the mustache.
I'm not going to do that because it would skew her image of me forever. Just as if I got home and she was like, Sam, don't you think this is funny? It's a fake mustache. I go, we got to get a divorce. Because I can't stand to see your face anymore.
I feel like you have an amazing sense of humor and you love to laugh.
I do, and that's why I know that that's not funny.
So it's not funny, but it's not worth getting that upset over.
Because you know what I would do from then on? I would know what she looked like with a mustache. Any woman. And I would sit there analyzing her upper lip for the rest of my days, waiting for one stray hair to pop up. And inevitably it would, in the right light, there'd be some kind of shine.
Right.
Every woman at some point looks like there might be a couple of wisps above the lip.
Of course.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Okay. I will never do that. Point taken. Duly noted, Sam Roberts.
Greg in Boston, welcome to Sam Roberts Show.
Yeah, Sam, do you think psychologically you're affected by women with mustaches because your dad had a mustache and you're associating it with your dad?
I mean, I don't think so.
It's an amazing theory, BT Dubs.
Well, I mean,
many men have mustaches. So, yes, I prefer that my women are not men. So there's that. But I mean, I don't know if it's a paternal thing. There are no qualities that my father has that I look for in a woman. So I guess if any, like if a woman shows up and she's got kind of like a pot belly, I'd like, that's also unattractive to me. Now, my dad has a pot belly, but I don't think that's why I find big pot bellies unattractive in women. I think everybody finds pot bellies unattractive in women. And if you find, so you're telling me, Greg, do you find women with mustaches to be an attractive thing?
No, not like real mustache.
No, it's not a real, right.
But you don't mind a fake mustache on a woman?
It wouldn't, like, I wouldn't, go out of my way looking